Down in the holler where the moonshine flows, we don't ask questions and nobody knows. Camouflage trucks and a pack of dogs, we run these woods like a shadow in the fog. Got cousins in the hills, uncles in the game, ain't no suits, just boots and backwoods fame. We fix what's broke with duct tape and pride, but don't cross the line, cause we never let it slide. Redneck Mafia, we live by the code. Outlaws riding down a dirt road. Whiskey in the jar, sawed off in the back. You mess with one, we all attack. Ain't no boss man, just blood and trust. We keep it in the family and God we trust. From the swamp to the ridge, we're the law of the land. The Redneck Mafia, taking a stand. Got a buddy down south, makes the finest shine. Another up north, running moonshine lines. If the law comes knocking, they don't get far. We know these woods like we know our scars. Barbecue smoke in a poker hand, sipping from a jar with a loaded plan. We keep it quiet, but our roots run deep. Say the wrong thing and you won't get sleep. Redneck Mafia, we live by the code. Outlaws riding down a dirt road. Whiskey in the jar, sawed off in the back. You mess with one, we all attack. Ain't no boss man, just blood and trust. We keep it in the family and God we trust. From the swamp to the ridge, we're the law of the land. The Redneck Mafia, taking a stand. It ain't about trouble, it's about respect. We protect our own, don't forget. A brother's word, a sister's pride. We stand together side by side. Redneck Mafia, hearts made of steel. Country justice, we keep it real. No black ties, just rebel pride. Living free with the woods is our guide. Ain't no boss man, just blood and trust. We keep it in the family and God we trust. If you don't get it, you never will. Redneck Mafia, strong still.
Welcome in, Jen. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How was your day, Redneck?
It wasn't bad. Hey, Jam. Hey, Chris. How you guys doing today? Actually, we know how Chris is doing. How's Jam doing? You know, Jam, you're right. We do. We actually do.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, we're actually going to start talking about it if we all keep meeting like this.
Most definitely, especially you, me, and Jam.
Yeah. Try to get the computer up and running.
Alrighty.
Jam, you and Chris are stalking me and Jen. You guys better stop it.
100. We stalk them right back.
Yes, we do. Every time.
My middle name is Stalker.
Every single time. But I'm okay. Good, Jim. I'm glad, hon. Oh, overlay.
Sorry if you can hear them in the background. Here we go. There's the overlay.
Yep. Pulling up on the computer right now.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan.
Hey, don't be so shy. Hey, I got a question. Hey, I got a question for you. You're a human being, right?
So did Jam and Chris have a good day today? Chris, you had a good stream today.
Right? Okay. All right, I got your number. That's funny. Like when I say anything short Hey, listen. If he says some certain things,
Please. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. I thought I hit the mute button. I was telling the others in the other room to be quiet.
well, not.
Yes, you do live in the future, Chris. Yes, you do. How is your wizard potions coming?
Oh, no, wrong one. Damn it. There we go. I'll be a son of a bitch. My computer got blown up and now I can't get it back to normal. There we go.
Man, my girl's boring.
We had a double redneck and Jen disappeared.
Yeah, we did.
So Chris is stalking Jam because Jam said she was in here an hour ago. So yeah, so true, Jam. Oh, so true.
Where's my drool?
I ain't wrecking nothing. Y'all leave me alone.
Yeah, you should duck and cover.
Nah, there's no ducking cover. I hide. Chris, you don't hide behind me. There we go.
He's funny. Chris is funny. I hide behind Jam.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, gotta love you, Chris. Mm.
Now I gotta fix it. I'm leaving that alone, Jam. I don't touch that. Nope, 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 nope.
I'm not going there either.
That's going there. Leaving it alone. Well, after Friday, when it started reconnecting, it got all screwed up. Now I got her fixed though.
You got it all fixed?
I don't know how I did it, but I fixed her. It's all right. So, all right, everybody, let's get the likes up. The likes are free. It doesn't cost anything to do it. Just your little time with your little finger and go push and hit that thumbs up button.
Why don't I give a fuck shit?
Hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe.
So what
Before we get going with this today, we are going to be talking about Henry Ford and the history of the Ford. Get this pulled up. Oops.
We're getting down to brass balls or brass taxes. Shit. There we go. Yep,
All right, so where do we want to begin on this?
Well, I'm going to get the. Well, that's not the one I wanted. But see, this is on. All right. Well, we are going to start with Mr. Henry Ford. I'll just pull him up the easier way. We'll pull Mr. Henry Ford up the easy way.
Seriously, Damien. What?
So we're going to start with Henry Ford and the history of the car.
What the fuck?
Well, I should say the history of Henry Ford.
Slevin is free.
And we'll talk a little bit, and I'll read a little bit, and we'll discuss a little bit of it. Henry Ford was born July 30th, 1863. He had a good business mind. He was a founder of the Ford Motor Company. He's credited by pioneering and making automobiles affordable for the middle class. America, through the system that he came to be known as Fordism. Which on that one I didn't know. I didn't know it was called Fordism.
I didn't either, and I just found something else out about him I didn't know, but I'll let you finish.
But he built his first car in 1896. It was called the quad cycle. And let's see, I'll go somewhere else here real quick. He was born in Spring Wells Township, Michigan, and left home at the age of 16 to find work in Detroit. Now, I don't know where Spring Wells Township is. Yes, I'm from Michigan, but I have no clue. I think it's somewhere up north.
I've heard of Spring Wells. I've
You know
heard
what?
of it. I'm not.
What is this? Spring Wells Township. Spring Wells Township.
Did you know his
is
father was from Ireland?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that I knew.
Hi, Dennis.
What up, Dennis? What are you up to, bud? All right, let's see where this is at here. This is interesting. It's saying it's a civil township in Wayne County. Really? What city is it? It's over the other side. It is. So, okay. Well, good thing you left there, sir. You were too close to Ohio. You were too close to Ohio.
Well, thank you for coming in, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping in.
So
I
is
figured you'd be tired, but
Springwell's near?
that's what I'm trying to find. Springfield Township, Michigan is no longer active township. Its land
Oh, really?
is now incorporated. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's Greenfield Village. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, so Springwell's Township is no longer.
It's no longer. It's actually between Dearborn and Detroit. Now I know
Oh,
where it's at.
okay.
Okay. Gotcha. I know where it's at now.
That's good. No, I didn't know that.
There we go. Now, in 1896, Henry Ford built his first car and took a drive around Detroit. In the early morning of June 4th, 1896, Henry Ford made his first trial run in a small four-wheel vehicle he called the quad cycle. Described by the historian, it was a strikingly small, light, the lightest vehicle of its type yet produced. Quad cycle was 49 inches long, or had a 49-inch wheelbase, and was 79 inches long overall. It was only 45 inches wide, 43 inches high. For the 32-year-old inventor, the quad cycle successfully first outing was a success. Determination and hard work that later earned him the title the genius of the automotive industry. There were three giants, steel, oil, and railways, set the stage for Henry Ford, the beginnings of the motor transportation. In 1864, in 1864, a year after Mr. Ford's birth, the open health process was developed and modern age steel had begun. Let's just going through all. In the early 1890s, Henry Ford began tinkering with a tiny vehicle in a small workshop at the rear of his home at 58 Bagley Avenue, and I know where that's at, in Detroit, a few blocks from the Edison plant. At that time, any man experimenting with a horseless carriage was considered something of an oddity. An elderly Detroiter said Henry Ford, no exceptions to this preceded rule, was regarded with some suspicion around the neighborhood. The young inventor was supported by his wife, Carla, whom he married in 1888, and by the help of friends, colleagues from the Edison Company, David Bell, Jim Bishop, George Cato, and I'm probably butchering that name, and Spider Huff. Henry Ford's first motor sputtered its way into history on Christmas Eve in 1893. The same year, his only son, Edison Brent Ford, was born. Or not Edison, Edsel. The next few years, he experimented with engine designs, but he did not begin work on the final large motor for his quadcycle until January of 1896. A little later, he began building the chassis, the body of the carriage, in the months before the quadcycle was finished. He worked night after night until midnight or later, and all day and night Saturdays, according to Allen. Ford did not mind the long hours. I can't say that it was hard work, he observed years later. No work with interest is ever hard. He was confident of the results. They always come if you work hard enough. Now that's a good segue.
I like that.
I was always told this. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
100% true.
And Henry, that was for a fact. Henry loved that car. Hence why he did not relinquish it very easily. The Model A. He fought and fought and fought and the Model T. He fought and fought and fought and fought for that car. Even Edsel tried to get him to change it, and he wouldn't change it. If Henry Ford had anything to say about that car, he'd have died by that car, and we would not have had Ford today if Edsel didn't change his mind.
I have a question. Why didn't he want to change what he was already doing with the car?
Because he wanted to keep it, honestly, he wanted to keep it at low cost. And it was still, even though Edsel and that guy, Edsel built a car. He kept it down in the basement of the Highland Park plant. He kept it down there. He built it. It had yeah. Edsel built another car. It was more not streamlined, but it was more advanced for the time. it was because it was more advanced for the time than what it actually what the Model T was. Because it had a little bit better braking system,
Okay.
a little bit bigger engine. And Henry Ford went down there. After Russell told him about it, Henry Ford went down there and he literally destroyed that car with a baseball bat. Destroyed it.
Why?
I mean, big. I'm going to say this. I know why. Edsel Ford, I mean, Edsel. Henry Ford was an asshole. Henry Ford was a complete asshole.
Oh, okay.
If he want that, he didn't want to change anything from the Model T because it was such a big, huge seller. By the time he by the time Edsel made that, there was I can't remember exactly, but Etzel's car, time that come out, I think he had over 7 million Model Ts sold.
Really?
Yeah. Well, damn thing only cost $400. Of course, back then it's a lot of money.
Right, right. Now, is the Model T, is that the one that they did a big production on? Or was
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
I
the
mean,
first one they did the big production, right?
there it is. On a T board. I'm look at you. There we go. All right. The Ford Model T is produced by Ford from October 1st, 1908 to May 26th, 1927. That's how long it was built. Same car, same color. Henry Ford's biggest thing is you can have any color you want as long as it's black. But the Model T
So,
was regarded as the first mass affordable automobile, which made travel available for the middle class. The savings from the mass production allowed the price to decline from $780 in 1910, equivalent of $26,322 in 2024, to $290 in 1924, which the equivalent of in 2024 was $5,322. But the funny thing is not many people really know this, but the Model A, his first car, that he had a couple bicycle builders help him with it. And those bicycle builders were the Dodge brothers. Which the Dodge brothers' cousin is Old Man Chrysler.
Ford's cousin was Chrysler?
No, Dodge brothers.
Oh, I thought you just said. That's why I wanted to correct that. I thought I heard you wrong, which I did hear you wrong.
The Model T was named the most influential car of the 20th century in 1999. Car of the century. Ahead of BMC Mini, the Citroen DS, which I know Chris knows what a Citroen is, and the Volkswagen Beetle. Ford's Model T was successful not only because it provided inexpensive transportation on a mass scale, but it also because the car signified innovation for the rising middle class and became a powerful symbol of the United States age of modernization. Oh, and I do stand corrected. With over 15 million sold. Okay, we'll have to pause for a second because Miss Jen is indisposed at the moment. Well, let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to pull up a new tab.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry
So,
about that.
you're fine. You still hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you. And I heard what you were saying.
No, I just pulled up on the computer. It's easier to read that way.
No, I hear you.
Over 15 million sold. It was the most sold car in history before being surpassed by the Volkswagen Beetle in 1972. Let's see here.
So the Model T was the first car that sold more until 1972.
Yep. And the Volkswagen Beetle outbeat it.
Yeah.
The early automobiles, which were produced, isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
So it was, let's see. So that was 48 years. Let's just look up the phone. Let's just look this up.
That's crazy. I never expected Beetle to sell more than the Model T.
I know Germans are tough, but
Let's see what. But the funny thing is, it didn't beat it by much.
You cut out a little. What did you
Did
say?
not beat it by much.
It didn't beat him by much.
I said it did not beat it by much.
see,
No, let's see if I can find it.
just pull the bolt or something.
It didn't beat by much, but
Yeah, they took a
5
while.
mil for 15 million 7,034 units.
You off the balance.
15,000?
15 million.
15 million units.
Over
And that was the Beetle, right?
15 million 7,034. Okay, here, let's see. Within a few days after its release, 15. No, this is Model T. 15,000 units were placed, or orders were placed. Model T was built on August 12th, 1908, and left the factory on September 7th, 1908, at the Ford. Which one was that one? I don't remember that one.
They beat him into production.
I don't know how this. It was a Ford plant in Detroit. The first one was. I don't remember that one was that. On May 26th, 1927, Henry Ford watched the 15th million Model T roll off the assembly line at his factory in Highland Park. Ford conceived a series of cars. What's that?
So
what?
Ford, they were their first production line or first like building was in Detroit.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah. That's where Henry Ford's. Where was that? Henry Ford conceived a series of cars between the founding of the company in 1903 and the introduction of the Model T, named his first car the Model A, and proceeded through the alphabet up through the Model T. 20 models in all, not all which went into production. Production model immediately before the Model T was the Model S, an upgraded version of the company's largest success to that point, the Model N. The follow-up to the Model T was another Ford Model A, rather than the U. The company publicized said this was because the new car was such a departure from the old that Ford wanted to start all over again with the letter A. The Model T was Ford's first automobile mass-produced on moving assembly lines with completely interchangeable parts. Marked to middle class, Henry Ford said of the vehicle, I will build a motor car for the great multitude. It will be large enough for the family but small enough for the individual to run and care for. It will be constructed by the best materials, by the best men to be hired. Now, back then, though, there really wasn't many, car builders be able to go into that. After the simplest design the modern engineering can devise, but it will so low in price that no man working or making a good salary would be unable to own one and enjoy with his family the blessings of hours of pleasure in God's great open spaces. All through the credit for the development of the assembly line belongs to really that I did not know. Belongs to Ransom E. Olds with the first mass-produced automobile, the Olds Curved Dash, having begun in 1901. Now, I
didn't
did
even
not know that old man Olds did that. That was weird. The Model T was a front-mounted 177 cubic inch, 2.9 liter inline four-cylinder. Now, don't start laughing, Jen. Engine producing 20 horsepower for a top
What?
speed of 42 miles an hour. Yep.
It only went. Oh my God.
According to Ford, the Model T had a fuel economy of 13 to 21 miles a gallon. The engine was designed to run on gasoline, although it was able to run on kerosene and ethanol. Although the decreasing cost of gasoline and later the induction of prohibition made ethanol an impractical fuel for most users. The engine was the first 2,447 units were cooled with water pumps. The engine of unit 2,448 and outward, with expansions prior to around 2,500, were cooled by a thermostat. The ignition system used in the Model T was an unusual one, with a low voltage magneto incorporated in the flywheel, supplying alternate current to coils that drove the spark plugs. This was closer to that used in stationary engines than expensive high voltage ignition magnetos that were used on some other cars. This ignition also made the Model T more flexible as to the quantity or type of fuel it used. The system did not need a starting battery, since prior hand cranking would generate enough current for starting.
I can't believe how far along cars have come since then.
Oh yeah.
And literally back then, you could only go around like a town, like, around your own little area.
Well, see, no. You could travel. The road system
You just
sucked.
have to fill up. And you'd have
Seriously,
to
the
fill
road
up,
system
every
sucked.
13 miles?
No, you got 13 mile a gallon.
Oh, okay.
You got 13 to 21 miles a gallon. Oh yeah, it would have been the man. But see, the thing is back when Henry Ford built that car, there was no real road system. It was all dirt and mud and everything else. They still had the roads that the horses would ride on and the wagons would ride on.
Right.
So it wasn't very practical.
To use the cars on those roads.
Oh, you couldn't. That was. I mean, you could. That's why a lot of them got stuck, but they were so lightweight that you could push them out.
That is true.
You know, and they went 42 miles an hour, so it took you time to get places.
Yeah, from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Versus nowadays.
Yeah,
But
Jam.
I'm sure
It was a bumpy ride, even in the cars.
Yeah, because of the roads.
The roads were built. There really was no roads built. It was just trails. That's all it was. It was just a trail system. We didn't get actual roads till who did it? Was it Roosevelt? Might have been Roosevelt that started the roads, but Eisenhower connected the entire country. Sometimes, Chris, I do too. It's fun. But the thing is Eisenhower connected the entire United States. And he gives, and I know it's bad to say, but if it wasn't for his time in Germany in World War II, the actual road system was actually done. He copied Hitler's. He copied Adolf Hitler's road system from the Autobahn.
Now the first roads were all like what were they, like cobblestone or
Here, let me see if I can pull this up. There we go.
that's how they act. That's like the diagram of the car.
Right. That's actually the Model T.
That's pretty cool. Now I have a question while we're
But there's
talking
the
about road
1908.
cars. Oh, right
That
there,
right there
that
is the
one.
1908. That's the 1908. That's the motor.
Nice. Oh,
But you guys can still see that, right?
yeah, I can. Can you see it, Heroes and Jam? Because that's pretty cool.
Here's the headlight.
That's the original headlight.
The original headlight. It's the acetylene gas lamp.
That's pretty cool. I mean, I know quite a bit about cars, but not like, really far back history.
There's
So
there's
this
the
is very
forging
interesting.
master manufacturing process.
Oh,
The size of that
geez. Thing's huge.
thing. All right. Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure because it's easier for me to scroll
Yeah,
this way.
that's pretty
Now,
cool.
let's see. This right here is the actual. I mean, just look how simple it is. There's the 3 pedals: the
Huh.
clutch, the brake. No, see, that's the clutch. The 3 pedals controls the clutch, brake. That's the brake. That's the clutch.
It's fine.
Brake.
I'm saying.
But see if I can find actual interior.
This is very, very interesting and very cool.
Here we go. There's the shifter. There's the emergency brake. That's the clutch. That's the brake. The gas is up here. You see the black knob?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh no, you can't. It wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do.
Isn't it like the picture above it? Doesn't it kind of show one of them
Hold on.
where the steering wheel is?
Show you. Okay. You see, okay, I can go over here now. You see, right here is the brake. Or the clutch, I mean. This is the clutch. That's the brake. Over here,
Shit.
let me go over to it so I can see it better. Right here, you see that little silver black knob, like just below
Yeah,
the
the
horn?
long thing. Yeah. Yeah.
No, not the long thing.
Okay, above it.
This
Okay, I
right
see what
here
your
is
thing
the
is.
horn.
Okay.
This right here is the horn.
Okay.
I can't really see it now. But you have the gas was right here. Let me look over here real quick so I can actually see it. Okay, there's that silver thing. It's right here. Okay. You see this piece right here that I'm pointing at?
Yes.
Okay. The throttle's right there where the arrow is.
Okay, with the little arrow. Okay, I see what you're talking
That's
about.
the throttle.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Hi, Magic.
What up, Madge? How you doing, sweetheart?
Hope everything's going okay.
So now, let's go back over to here. And let's go to here. Back over to here. Actually, no. I don't know what to do. But we'll show you.
Mhm. Miss you, Mag.
Let's see, man. See pictures. That's not what I wanted. Here we go. Bring this. Come over here. Let's go over here.
Is that one of the roads or the bridge?
That's one of the roads.
Oh, it kind of looks like a bridge with the trees on the side for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't help I'm blind.
Okay. That's the map.
So he expected them to go on them types of roads.
Oh, they went on all the time.
To me, that they would have. To me, it looks like they would have got stuck, like in the rain. You know, like if it was raining out, you get really stuck.
Here we go. Okay, this is even more interesting.
I love interesting.
Let's see if I can find it. Okay, which one's this one? This is Mac and Beltline.
I have a nice breeze coming through the window tonight.
Okay, why the hell can I get back?
It won't let you click on the X on the. No, in my luck, Jim, if I was back then, I would have got stuck constantly. I can almost guarantee I would.
All right, I'm froze up on that one. Am I back?
I'm getting thrown around again.
All right. So this thing comes back.
Until it comes back up.
Oh, that's the wrong one. There.
Yeah, that's why they have four-wheel drive now, Mag. They didn't have it back then. Not when they made the first one.
All right. Am I still echoing? Yes. Damn it.
Yeah. No, I hear you, Jim. I don't know if I could have done that. Kind of glad I live in nowadays and not back then. Granted, I don't like shoes anyways, but I don't know. Yeah, yuck. That is true, though, Jam. It's part of the history, though.
You go with this, right?
Does it? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. My computer froze up,
Oh, not good.
so I had to undo everything.
Oh, so you had to unhook it and then rehook it all back up, or?
You can have half.
I had it started all over. I had to put the phone back on and start it up, but you know what? That gives me a good time to take a break and go smoke a cigarette.
Hey, that's a good idea.
I'll let you do you, computer.
Let the computer decide what it wants to do at the moment.
Pretty much.
How is your evening going, Mag? Jim goes, nope, can't hear you at all. Jim, can you really not hear him?
All right, Jam.
I'm gullible sometimes, so you know.
But I got that one side done for the donation.
You do. You got that one done?
Yeah, I took it up there this afternoon,
Awesome.
and then I had the one for her mother. Not gonna do yet, which ain't gonna take long.
You've been busy all weekend though, so but I'm sure you'll get it done this week. How was your car show yesterday?
It was all right. Sad there toward the middle because little Hartley showed up.
Aww.
She is an absolute doll.
Aww.
All right, heroes, you go get some rest, buddy.
Yeah, try to get some sleep, Chris. Love you, guy.
I did say hi to you, Jan, when you first came in. Yeah, I said it. Be giving me no crap there, Miss Jam.
You'd think she was mad at you if she didn't.
Good point.
She didn't give you crap. You'd think she was mad at you.
But like I said, I got that one today after stream, after Georgie's Coop stream,
Mm-hmm.
and then and I took it up there, and now I got to do her mom. I took it up there, and Nancy's like, "Well, you just once you don't donate, give it to her." I said, "I'm already making one for her mom." Oh, okay.
I'm already making into it. It's like, stop reading my mind.
No, yeah, exactly. Nancy got my head. It's not nice in there. Which the thing is the guy that's putting the car show on itself is he already knew I was doing that.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
I told him I was going to do one for her, or one to donate, and then one for her mom. And whatever I sell Saturday, hopefully I sell good. I'm going to give half to them.
Nice.
Half of all my sales to them.
That would be awesome.
Because she's a single mom.
Doing it all herself. I feel
Doing everything herself. I mean, like I said, she's a doll.
That's awesome.
So how you doing today, Madge? I heard you come in, or seen you come in, but well, yeah, you're in Texas. Where's you want to warning or watch?
Yeah. Please stay safe, Mag, if you do. You better keep us posted.
Go, what up, brother?
Hi, Koopy. How are you? I hope you tried to get some rest today, too.
I see you creeping in there, Mr. Coop. Got your tinfoil hat on there, bud?
Yup. He's got his alien in there. He's got his tinfoil hat on.
Yep. We're not talking conspiracy here, Coop.
Chickens are not real. No.
Things are not real. Lord.
Fish are food, not friends. Well, I hope you get some sleep tonight, Coop. You need it.
Yeah, but I know you are. Okay, I'm going to mute and kick her in the other one. Be right back.
Okay. I will take over for a minute.
Entertain him, Jen.
They are from Mars.
Who is fish or chickens?
I don't know. He just said they're from Mars. I'm not sure yet. And I hate the tank.
There we go.
Well, there was a conspiracy that Ford stole his designs from other inventors and they died
Oh,
penniless, much the way Edison did.
Edison did not die penniless.
Mars.
Oh, fit.
Fisher from Mars.
Let's get back to what we were doing.
Not Uranus. I love you guys. Oh, and here I was thinking Chris would have been the one to derail us. Nope.
We all know that it's going to be. We all knew that it was going to be Koopy.
Of course.
Now, let's do this.
So Edison stole his inventions from other inventors.
Oh no, he didn't. Edison made his own.
That's what Jam just said. Jam said no, Edison stole his inventions. Chickens are from my coop in the backyard.
Yep, sir. Yes, sir.
And little doggies are from Neptune.
This right here is Old Man Ford.
That's old man. Yeah, because I was looking at a picture of him on my phone.
That's also Henry Ford.
Oh, he was a younger Henry.
Yeah. There's the, I believe it's a Model T.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It might be the A. I don't know. I think that's his first car or second car. I think that's not the sweepstakes car. That's Henry Ford.
Edison stole from Tesla.
Why am I so fucking jumpy today?
All right, hold on a minute.
I don't know why I'm so fucking
Has patterned with other inventors and stole the patents of Jam saying that he.
Yeah, I see that. But here's the thing, Magic. Well, before I want to answer Magic first.
Okay.
Now, Magic. Tesla and Edison both. Edison's was DC. Tesla's was AC. Alternating current, and Edison's was direct current. He didn't steal from him. That's the reason why you hear the electric share pretty much was all Edison. Oh, you can find it. It's easy to find a skunk ape, dude. Just go to Wisdom 4, you'll find them. What up in a swamp? Now this, hold on here. Let me go to this. Do this. And this is Henry Ford II.
Which was his son, correct?
No, ma'am.
Or no?
No, hold on. Let me get Henry Ford II up. No, Henry Ford II was his grandson.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is Henry Ford II.
Like, really, dude? Like, do you know how painful that would be to sit on?
This was.
You're gonna fucking
Here we go.
stick all these spurs on it. That's terrible. Go sit on your fucking chair and go in the corner.
That was Cecil Ford. That was Henry Ford II's dad.
Like, I don't even think a chicken.
Oh, okay.
That is the reason for the Etzel.
Oh.
So that's Henry II's dad. Is that the one
Yep.
that's on the screen right now? Okay.
That's Etzel Ford. Where is Etzel? History of Etzel.
I do a little here and there, man. You get no.
I like that car.
Well, I gotta put it on there.
Like, of course, you know what I mean?
Oh, the Ranger.
I want to do. Oh well. Leave it like that. Okay. There we go. That'll work. Etzel. All right. But the Etzel was way ahead of its time. It didn't really work that good.
Right? Yeah, that's what from under cheese smells like.
So they built it way too soon, or it just.
Yeah. Yeah. They built it way too soon.
You should have waited a few more years, or.
Yeah. But see, it was a bizarre style, badly named,
Yeah. All right. It's like a stop animation thing.
and it was all poorly designed.
Picture. You know, do frame by
That's
frame,
why
move up the play thing. Yeah.
Henry Ford II killed it.
Oh, okay.
And then they put it into a moving picture show.
And
Yeah, actually do. No shit. Really? How'd it work out?
that's why Henry Ford II killed it, because of that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like moving it and stuff like that.
And then when Coca started the Mustang,
And then, like, I would stop motion.
Henry Ford II was
The wheels and shit.
That's pretty cool though.
really hesitant about it.
You start somewhere.
Because he didn't want another failed. He didn't want another failed vehicle.
That's more than I can say I've ever done.
I tried to
And
stop motion.
look what the Mustang's done now.
Mustangs are awesome.
I've always wanted to do that, but never have.
Mustangs are a joke.
I mean, I don't mind Fords, but my honest to truth favorite type of car is a Chevy.
Too many young kids got the Fords
Agreed.
and messed them up.
Plus, you have to, like, edit your hands out and shit. If you, like, truly
Well,
want
you're
to do
supposed
it.
to like do it and then take a picture, then move it again, and then
No, like, if
that's
you
how
want
slow
like,
motion is supposed to be done.
I know, but like,
Especially with a car, it doesn't even matter, dude. All of these things are done.
So, what's your actual favorite car, Redneck?
You mean my dream car?
Yeah.
Here, because
Oh, I've got several.
how they do the regular
and a 1953 Corvette, which is the first year Corvette.
Oof.
Production. They produce. Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is the reason why I got several is I want one of like every body style change, every new change. Like you had the C1s, which was the first body style. Then you had the C2s that started in '63, and then you had the C3s that started in '68. But I don't want a '68, or I don't want I want a '53. I want a '63 split window. Now these are my dream cars: '63 split window, and I want a 1970 LS8.
As long as you try, you do.
Corvette.
You know what I mean?
And I'll show you why. Let me get to it. Get rid of some of these tabs.
You know, as long as you try in life, dude, you're not failing. You know? If you're trying at all, you're not doing it. You know what I mean? You're not putting the gifts God gave to use. You know, He gave you gifts. You know,
My dad, I think it was a 1967 Chevy or something like that. I think that's what it was that my dad always wanted. I remember as a teenager, I had a what was it? I'm trying to think of the name of the car I had as a teenager. I had what do you call it on it? Had sunroofs, like you could take them off. Oh, I couldn't think of the name of it. It's gonna drive me insane now because I can't think of the name of the car I had. Had a T-top on it.
Right. Let me
one of
just.
the natural talents I have is fucking hoodie. It's just a God-given talent that I have. But here's the thing:
Touch
the
screen.
reason I have that talent is to protect those who can't protect themselves. Like since I was a
Right.
kid, I just have this good feeling.
Ooh.
That's a 1970 LS6. Well, actually, it's LS7. 454 Corvette.
Ooh.
470 horse. Now, here's the funny thing.
That's what I had, a Trans Am when I was a kid. I don't know what just made me pop in my head, but it was a Trans Am. I miss that car.
And there's the LS6.
Ooh.
Yep. That right there is an LS6 70 Chevelle. 454, 450 horse.
Oh my God, that's an
But-
awesome car.
Same this motor right here, which is the
Yeah.
same motor. Let me pull that up. Chevelle.
Oh my God.
That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. Go away. There we go.
It disappeared on us.
Yeah, it did.
Jim, it wasn't a joke. What did you have for a car when you were younger? I even had a Subaru when I was a teenager. Those things last forever.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yep.
It's kind of like Gran Turismo. It's a fighting simulator. You know, you actually have to fucking look and watch and dodge, do this, that, and the other. You know, if you do it with your fingers and watch how they do it, you kind of retain it in your head. You can try to apply it in the real life.
But
Here's the thing, though. Like I said,
that's a 454 LS6 Chevelle, 450 horse. Now,
oof.
here's the thing.
martial art, but you never do it. If all you do is watch on TV and learn all of it, and never use it or do it or train your body to move that way,
Basically useless.
exactly. You know, 100%. It is 100% useless. But this is what I'm trying to get you to do is actually utilize it. Train yourself. You know? That's why I have you working at little thing, doing jobs. You know? Bro, like I said, I used to fucking sit here and hit my punching bag 6 hours
What?
out of the entire day.
Redneck, did you just see what Jam wrote?
Hold on, get back over
I probably would have heard him. She said she had a
there.
16.7.
A 67 Mustang.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then her ex
put it
took
into
the
three, which
engine.
means I have 302. Which had a 302 in it.
Oof. That's nuts.
Okay, this one right, these ones right here. These one right here have the 450, 470 horse, which is weird because it's the same exact motor
Mm-hmm.
that was in the 454 Chevelle, and it only had 450 horse. So you tell me how much that they didn't tell the truth back then.
Oh, a lot, obviously, because if it had the same engine, wouldn't it be the same?
But see, the thing is they didn't lie about it. They just didn't tell the whole truth.
Yeah.
Because what they did, I figured out what they did a few years ago. What they did is they didn't take them up to the right RPM or to the highest RPMs they could.
Mm-hmm.
What they did is they, like, I'll give you a perfect example. Let me pull it up.
Literally, I almost did.
All right. Screen. Camaro. This is a 69 Camaro.
Oh, I like.
I'm still gonna find the engine.
Yeah.
There you
Well, it's on my dirty
Oh my
plate.
God.
go. Okay.
Hey, what towel is
That's a
that?
396.
How's what?
That's a 68 anyway. There's a 69 Z28.
No, the green.
Oh, that is so.
This is the one.
Yes.
I don't like the green, but it was still a
The
nice
green and pink
car.
one is the floor towel. Oh, that was not a floor towel. Oh. That was just laundry.
All right. This right here
You know, your towel
is a 1969. And I know people's gonna get on me for this, but I know better. It's a 69 Chevy 302.
Well,
Really?
Yes, Chevy built the 302. There's the proof right there. The DZ 302.
So Chevy built that.
No, Chevy, yeah. Chevy built a 302. But what the Chevy was, what this was a 327 D stroke to a 302.
Because if I change it right now, do all the numbers, right? Snap right in half.
Yeah.
All right.
Put
Well, I'm
some
gonna
screen.
Good night.
So on the through tab. All right. Back to share. Back to this. Share. All right. The Z28 DZ302. In the, well, that's not what I want to do.
Ooh, I like the hood on that car.
That's not the one I want.
Mm.
Here we go. This should do what I want to do. All right. This is what I wanted.
Decal.
I don't want videos though. Just want pictures.
That's pretty cool.
Images.
It's only a video.
No, I stopped it.
Oh, okay.
Is it on the entire hood? Then that's an actual paint job, then, not a decal.
What I
Decal
want
is
to do.
pretty much a sticker.
Mm. I'm watching that little video in the corner. It's pretty cool what they're doing.
Oh, I had to stop that.
I kind of wish I went into automotive when I was younger. Ooh, I can hear an echo.
All right, the 327 Corvette. Stupid ass thing. Identical cam and heads was rated at 360 horsepower. That's 1.009 horsepower per cubic inch. If the 302 made the same horsepower per cubic inch, it'd be 304. See, that's just forms. This isn't
Right.
what I was looking for. What's a form? Let's do it this way. Let's see what Yanko's got to say.
I really like doing this, like going through the cars and the history and all the different ones.
All right, the DZ302 Chevy engine shows 290 horse. Because I've seen numerous cars with this engine and this engine size decal on an air cleaner, but I remember somewhere reading the engine was unrated in horsepower because the feds, what actually horsepower these motors put out is something like 400 horse.
Oof.
I know you could add a factory installed headers cross ram and the 493 or 5 to 512 mechanical cam. And that was a dealer option. Yeah, now this is more like it. Now it could be up to 400, but the ZZ302 was anywhere between 325 and 350 horse. And they said, but what they did is they didn't really mess it up. They didn't really lie that much.
But they did a little bit, like a little.
Not
They
even
didn't
really.
tell the full truth.
Right. Well, they're not even the full truth. They only ran the cars to 1,500 RPMs. Okay, and those cars, let's just say those motors, being now I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
1,500 RPMs is nothing for that car. That's just getting that car warmed up. That motor easily 7 grand. And all day long, every day. You ran that thing to 7,000 or 7,200, and you'd be literally close to 400 horse. It's like the original, the 426 Hemis.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't 425 horse. They was a 500 because they didn't run them out.
I was gonna say, why would they say it was less than what it really was?
Because of insurance reasons back then.
Oh, okay.
Because of insurance reasons.
Because the more it is, the more
The more
would be
insurance they go. Because in 70, insurance started to catch on, and if you had over some amount of horse or something or whatever it was, your price got jacked up.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to see if I can find what I'm looking for before I show it. See, all I got is the street Emmys. No, got the drag Hemis. All right. All right. Now let me go over here. All right. This is a gentleman by the name of Herb McCandless. Okay. He was known as Mr. Four Speed.
Mm-hmm.
This is this the one? No, this is the one. Okay. This car right here no longer exists. It caught on fire.
This car in this picture?
Yes. Caught on fire in the in the holler in an accident.
Ooh.
So this car is gone. Okay. And then we've got, let's see if anything.
I'm sorry, Mag.
This right here.
Ooh, it's a
I can
racing
explain
car.
that. All right. This right here was in a drag. It was actually in a drag race.
Mm-hmm.
And the run before, he broke the wheelie bar. He broke one side wheelie bar.
Ooh.
So his mechanic / it hooked so hard and lifted so hard it broke. I think it broke the right side wheelie bar.
Oh,
So his
no.
mechanic / crew chief unplugs the other one. He was hoping it would spin a little bit. He's hoping it wouldn't hook like it did last time. Well, as you can see, it hooked like it did the last time. Now here's the thing. He drove out of that wheelie. He completely drove out of it. He just hit the next gear. Whoops. Well, no, there's one I'm trying to find. I don't know if he's got the picture of it or not. Actually, I know where it'd be.
Fucking A.
Mm.
What fucking thing is this?
It should show a motor in the museum.
So what did we learn today?
I'm going to mute for 1 quick second.
All right. No, I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, well. Oh, videos. The next few lives, Magic, we're going to be doing car history and stuff like that.
Take it off the earbud, let it play. Let me hear.
But I'm going to have a cigarette.
I kind of want to begin, but I was trying to be nice.
I just.
Sorry.
I don't know how good you can hear me. I just put my computer mic on. Can you still hear me, Redneck?
Sorry, wrong one.
You're okay. I just didn't know how my speaker, how my
Oh, good.
on the laptop. So
Oh, good.
perfect.
Give me a quick sec.
Huh? I think doing this whole history thing though is really cool because there's things I found out. Obviously, you found out tonight that we didn't. Neither one of us knew. Thank you, Mag. What are you switching from the computer to the phone?
Yeah. Yeah, that's come outside.
Break time.
All right. I'm leaving the computer on. I'm not going to go back in there now. I mean, I can do most of it from here anyway, so.
Right, exactly. You can do it right from the phone.
Well, but,
I know one thing I did. It was
you can
nice
what?
for both of us. We learned something neither one on a couple of things that neither one of us knew.
Yeah, I see. I thought Henry Ford was the first one on the assembly line. Well, that was weird. It was old man. It was old man Olds.
Mm-hmm. Old man Olds, right?
Old man Olds. Well, I there was old man Olds, old man Cadillac, old man Chevy, old man Chrysler.
Who made those?
My husband just asked who makes Oldsmobile.
It was GMC or GM
It
because
was GM.
Is that Canadian?
General Motors.
Who's
General Motors.
American?
General Motors. It's American,
Oh, okay. So it's American made.
right?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
General Motors was Chevy, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Buick, GMC. That's all GM.
I always thought Pontiac was fucking Japanese.
No, Pontiac was American.
No way.
Yeah.
Pontiac's American, Buick's American.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's 1977. The most iconic Pontiac ever. A black Trans Am.
Black Trans Am. I had a Trans Am as a child.
I used to have a black Pontiac. It was a nice car. It was a really nice car until I lost the headlight and was going down a back road.
That happens.
He
A
says.
cop pulled me over and he says, "Your headlight's out." And he's like, "No, I don't mean it's out. It's missing."
Look, I don't mean your headlight is out. I mean, it's not there. It is.
Yeah, it's completely not there. It's completely gone.
That's what I told him. I was literally, I got 2 days to wait for my check. I'm getting it from you. Pull it. Oh man. So
As,
you let me go
as they say now, it was a Bluetooth headlight.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I wonder what the distance connection is for that one.
I had a van. I don't remember. It was like, I think it was a Ford. I don't remember, but it was a red van. And it was, I want to say, it was like 05 I had it, maybe sooner. But it was like, it had the pull-out switch for the headlights.
Yep.
It was on the dashboard and you pull it out.
Yep.
But sometimes it would get so hot that my headlights would just go out on me.
Really?
The switch would get so hot that the headlights wouldn't work. It was a van.
The switch was bad. The switch was bad.
Is that what it was?
What?
It was
Yep.
an older van. The switch was bad.
The
The pull switch.
The switch was bad.
Literally, it looked like, you know how like you had the little cigarette lighters and you push them in and pop out?
Yeah, and you pull
Well,
that out. Yeah.
But my light switch was on the right-hand side, or left-hand side, I mean, by my door. It was on the dashboard, but you would pull it. Instead of, like nowadays you turn the switch. No, mine, you pulled it out
Right.
on the van.
Right.
And
Yeah. I used to, there's a few.
my
times I
headlights
did
went out a
that.
few times that night,
Wow.
just out of the blue because it got too hot.
Well, here's also a funny thing. And the three of us in here right now, you, your husband, and me, we all remember
Yep.
where
My
the dimmer switch was.
Get the blood in, bud. How you doing?
We all remember where the dimmer switch used to be, on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want to find an old vehicle, put a new motor in it, and I want to put the start button on the dimmer switch. Nobody ever find it. Nobody ever find it because you can't see them unless you know where they are.
Well, now they will. I mean, dude, you just broadcast it.
No, because they don't know where you're gonna put it. Because he knows where he's gonna put it, but you
all
never
they gotta
know.
do is look for a dimmer switch.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna look for a dimmer switch at.
Wait, listen.
Sorry.
Say it again.
Go ahead.
We're looking for a dimmer switch at. Dimmer switch is all. I mean, it's usually in a steering wheel.
Where are you gonna find it?
Just mash the buttons, man. You'll find it sooner or later.
But we all know that dimmer switch won.
That's tough.
What just happened to my computer?
Oh no.
Did it just unplug?
No.
Or did I Are you still there? Okay, no, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Are you
Okay. Yeah, my computer screen just went black and then came back up
Yeah.
again.
Like honestly, if you honestly, like I get worried about putting a start switch somewhere because it's basically like people play video games left and right, and you got button mashing galore. It's like just push everything and figure out what's going on.
Okay, but can you actually see that old dimmer switch?
We'll figure it out. I mean, I'm sure one
Probably
way
not.
or another, man, it always has to do. Do not underestimate the inventiveness of people or the ingenuity of people. Like
But you also,
like, people figure things out like you wouldn't believe. It's insane.
know that the best theft deterrent ever now is get a stick shift.
Oh my God, you are not lying. Not even, dude. That is the truth all the way. Wow.
I mean, that is the best
so
theft
not
deterrent,
okay, man. How
period.
is that even the best theft deterrent? That is awful. Oh man.
These kids can't drive. See, the thing
You're
is
not
they don't
lying.
know. They,
I
they
had to
don't
drive
know
another.
the fun
Shit, half the people our age
of the
can't do
front
it
pedal.
either.
They don't know the fun of the third pedal.
That is, yeah. You know, like, let me operate the gas and brake with 2 feet. That's how it works. You know, there's a third pedal here. I don't got 3 feet.
Yeah, no. But
That's so the
but
kids
the funny
nowadays.
You know, they're gonna look at you
but the
like,
funny
yo,
thing is,
you know, my junk ain't that big. I know I got a third
but
leg, but that's not the way it works.
but the thing is though is I could operate the brake and the gas with 1 foot
All right, right. That's the way it's supposed
because I'm used to because I'm used to the clutch.
to. Right.
Just like this one guy that I followed him on YouTube. His name is Herb McCandless. He is better known back in the 60s and 70s as Mr. Four Speed. I'd literally seen a picture, and you just seen it too, Jen. Seen a
Mhm.
picture of him taking his drag car and pretty much putting it on the bumper
He did.
Wait,
We
what?
from the
just saw it
start
right
line.
before you came out.
Okay.
He was up like this. Like his
Uh-huh.
front end was up in the air.
So what, a hydraulic system?
Oh, he's gonna show you.
Okay. That's gonna be pretty neat.
He's gonna try to bring it up.
So what do you mean? Like he
His-
bumped it and like a hydraulic system, or how's that?
It was a. He'll explain it.
I guess I'm gonna get a preview of it.
it.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, let me witness.
He's back.
There we go. This one's me.
Yeah. Around again.
I'll have to I'll have to go back in the house and show you. But he literally put it on the bumper, and these guys now cannot do this. Put it on the bumper. He grabbed second gear, drove out of that wheelie, didn't even scratch the oil pan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was
okay,
in
now
literally
I
in
get
a
it.
wheelie.
All right.
I'll have him send it to me on
That's a
Discord
No.
and I'll show you it.
car. That
No,
is a sick car.
I'll
No? Okay.
go back inside in a minute.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was sweet the way he
Well, I
was
mean,
up.
dude's doing wheelies on Jump Street, right? That is a nasty car. That's cool.
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be here.
Don't threaten me.
I thought I could actually do it on my phone, but I can't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right.
So you're pulling up the video right now?
Not the videos. It's just the wheelie.
It's a picture.
Oh, just a
It's
picture.
just a picture of the
what it
wheelie.
was.
Yeah.
So dude's like he's pedal to the metal doing a wheelie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then all right, that's crazy, man. You know, when I lived in Florida, my boss.
See, look.
That is sick.
He drove out of it.
He drove out of that.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That is tough. I mean, there ain't too much of a direction you can go other than straight at that point.
Right,
But-
right, but still,
Unless
he
one
was able
tire
to,
slips and then
Right,
then
but he was able to do it without even scratching the
Even
oil.
scratching the oil pan.
he was scratching.
He
the
didn't.
oil pan or no?
He didn't.
He didn't.
He brought it down without scratching it.
He did
Without bouncing the front end, nothing.
nothing. So he did not scratch the oil pan.
No,
No.
That's
he
crazy.
brought this down without bouncing or nothing.
That's
Now,
freaking super control. I tell you that. That is some
No,
really good throttle control.
this is no throttle control. Hell, he kept his foot to the floor and just grabbed the second gear.
That is
Exactly
crazy.
what he said. It's exactly what he said.
Wow. I used to have a buddy that would be able to double shift,
Oh yeah.
literally double
Oh, yeah.
shift and it'd just go. I'm like, yo, dude, stop it. All right. Okay, I'm jealous now. I can't even do that. And, and I learned how to drive a manual car. That was the first car I ever learned how to drive was a
Well, here,
manual.
let me-
No, every time my dad tried to teach me to drive manual, I blew the clutch.
Well, I gave my mom whiplash. I'm not going to say I wasn't the best at it at first. I definitely gave her whiplash.
Here is-
almost, she's almost told you. She's like, listen, kid, I don't want to eat my teeth. But I learned.
I wish I could pull the video up.
Blur.
I can't.
Oh, no way. Dude, half of those cars in there are freaking
Language.
gnarly. Hey,
I
I'm
don't
not
care.
swearing.
And he's like, I don't care.
I know, but I'm not. I would love, dude. I'd be swearing worse than a sailor. Slur that a few times.
I'm a redneck from hell. Give me a break.
Yeah.
See?
Hey, here's a joke
Most
for
of
you.
redneck
I'm
from
so
Florida.
redneck when my dog farts, I claim it.
Pretty much.
I know it. I love it. That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, we were looking at some excited. Asked him what his favorite
Man,
cars
I can
were.
barely see them, but what I am barely seeing, I like a lot.
Well, I'm trying to.
Those
He's
things
trying
are
to
super cool.
bring them up further.
Yeah, I
but
know. No, that's cool.
There's
Oh,
one.
yes.
That's why I told you need to watch
Oh, man.
his car shows.
Yeah, I know. I had just watched a documentary. It's a movie, right? It's got Matt Damon in it, right? Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh
You seen
yeah,
that movie?
I know
It was
that.
a really good one.
It was good.
I actually know that whole series. The actual funny thing about that
Yeah.
is Carol Shelby, who Matt Damon played.
Right.
He said he went in '66 to Henry Ford II,
Yeah.
and Henry Ford had a little plaque made for his lapel on his shirt that said Ford
Right.
wins Le Mans in '66.
Man.
That's exactly what it said. And this is coming from Carol Shelby's words. Right out of Carol Shelby's mouth.
Okay.
They had it, they had a meeting and talked about it and they left. Well, Carol says, well, we didn't talk about the fiscal part of it. We walked back. He said, we walked back in there. He knocked on the door and opened the door. I said, Mr. Ford, we forgot to talk about the fiscal part of the racing. He goes, what's this pin say? Yes, sir.
Ah,
And
nice.
that's when they
Nice.
destroyed Ferrari.
Right? You know, she came up to me earlier and she's like telling me that, you know, the way you said it, baby, is that, you know, something about what, 15 million or something like that.
I was trying to tell them
Volkswagen.
exactly, not Volkswagen. It was what?
Something about a production line. You know, somebody
It was a
beat
model.
Ford on a
It
production
was a Model
line.
T. It was a Ford Model T.
Right, right.
Henry Ford built.
Isn't that the one that was in Ford versus Ferrari or no?
No.
That was a GTO, right?
No, that was a. Let me pull that up. I'll do this.
The Model T. I love cars, but I'm not too knowledgeable about them.
Some new ones. The new ones.
Hey, y'all.
Mm.
All right.
All right, so what am I waiting for?
He's gonna bring it up to show you it through. Because
Oh,
he had
what
it
you guys
earlier.
were talking about earlier. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
was like, you
So I
know,
was trying to
I'm-
explain it to him, but I couldn't.
all right.
Okay, this one right here. Let me come up here real quick.
I need things a little dumbed down for me. I'm
I'm
not that
That's
smart.
why I'm showing images.
Well, I don't think
That's
that
why I'm
more
showing
good or
images. So I'm showing
Now he's
images.
showing you images on.
decent.
This right here
Yes.
is a 1966 Ford GT40, which was built by
All
Carroll
right,
Shelby.
that's what it was. Son of a. You
That
know,
cost them $7
I
million
was
to
usually
build
say
it.
screw you, brain. Yes, that's the one, man. That was nice.
Yeah.
You know, they had an issue with the rotors and calibers and stuff.
Oh,
in
they
the
had all
movie.
kinds of issues with that car. No,
Oh,
they
I'm sure
literally had
there
all
was,
kinds of issues with that car.
Don't
Here's
doubt
actually, yeah, is this the one? Yeah,
That's nice.
this is the
That's
actual
nice.
one that was in Le Mans.
You know, I've seen one of those in real life. I've actually got to walk up and literally put a finger on it. I used to work for my uncle, and he did we did painting, right? I helped him start the business or whatnot. But long story short, we worked for a company that gave us a lot of business, and this guy wanted us to paint 2 rooms in his warehouse. One was $1 million red, the other one was like a powder blue or darker powder blue type thing, if that even was a word. But and they called it a museum. It was literally his car museum. He had the old phone booth of Superman there, and every car that Ford had ever made was there. It was nuts, man. From the old crank trucks that, you know, you go in the front of it and start cranking it to start the truck. It was super cool. It was like from 1930s or, you know, whenever they first started making cars. It was insane.
30s? No.
I don't even know, man. Like I said, don't quote me on this. I'm just thinking. You know, I just remember seeing all these old cars. And his dad started with it. Like, it was a truck, though, a transport truck where you take haul shit stuff.
Yeah.
You know? It was really cool.
1896 was Henry Ford's first car.
Wow. Yeah, I think they started the company. Is what it was. It was it's actually oh shoot,
This right here. These
company
right
that
here.
makes boxes and
listen to him.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Right here. They sold 15 million of these.
Wow.
From 1908 to 1927.
1908 to 1927.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You serious? That's cool.
Yep.
I love learning new things.
And the closest one to ever beat him was Volkswagen, and they sold a little over 15 million.
Come on, that's bull crap. Stop it.
Nope.
Now you're playing with my emotions.
Volkswagen Beetle. The Beetle.
No,
Volkswagen
no!
Beetle, I told you.
Yes.
Son of a chicken. Dude, no, man. Listen.
yes, I told you.
I'm as German as they get. Now I'm German all the way. They make great freaking tools, but they do not know, man. I'm a Ford man all the way, yo. They cannot beat Ford. Stop it. It was
Beat
rigged.
Ford.
It was
rigged.
rigged. But I'm telling you,
But
freaking.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Redneck.
back in 72, they were getting close with the gas prices.
Dude, they paid people off. Stop
I
it.
said that earlier.
Did you tell her they paid him off?
No.
No.
No, you should have. Okay,
But-
okay. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
But the funny thing is, I've got a auto museum out here that I think is $20.
Wait, what?
It's $20 to get into it.
Okay. It's
And
an
you-
art
you know-
museum?
It's a car museum,
Oh, car museum. Okay.
and you can walk through it, but you can't just walk. I mean, you can't just walk through it. Some of the vehicles you can actually get in and sit in.
That's odd. All right. Oh, you can actually sit in them. All right.
Yes.
That's really neat.
Where's that?
You can sit in the cars.
Well, where? Where? What state?
Arizona.
Arizona. Wow.
Punch up. Let's see
Man.
if I can. Let me see if I can find it here. Hold on. I'll
You
do it.
know, car museum I went to, you were only allowed to smell them. And then, you got tackled by the CIA.
Oh yeah.
It's like, don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Like, those things were so nice. It was super cool. But that's insane. I can't believe Volkswagen ever beat Ford. Oh, I'm so distraught.
It's funny because when you had the pictures up, Jim's son kept elbowing her out of the way to see the pictures of hers.
All right. Now I'm gonna share something. Jam. Sorry, hon. You gotta move.
I'll move too for a minute.
All right. So I guess I gotta go check this out.
We'll let you guys see that for a minute.
Memes is here for a second. I gotta see. What are you showing me here?
Let it come up. Okay. This
I'm
right
looking
here
at it.
this is a museum over by me.
No way. Oh,
Like this one right here.
I tell you what, I'm gonna have sweet dreams tonight.
Or this one.
Oh, like that is nice,
Or that Cadillac. Or let
man.
me find it.
When I was down in Florida, I did. Oh, dude, I like that one, the yellow and blue one, whatever that one is. That looks pretty neat.
What,
If
this
you
one
go
here?
up a little bit, up a little bit,
Right.
yeah, it's yellow and blue. What is that one? That's a pretty neat one. That's
You mean-
okay. That's two cars blending together.
Two cars. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
no
yellow-
way. I thought it was one car. That's pretty cool.
I think that's
What kind of car is that though?
the yellow one.
Same car as the blue, isn't it?
No. Well, it's I think that's that's a 56 or a 57 Thunderbird. And that's
No
like a
way.
61 Thunderbird.
That's what I was saying. Those are pretty cool.
There's all the
Dude,
rest.
how sick would it be if they made a yellow and blue, 60 whatever Thunderbird?
There's
That one's
there's
nice.
another
I like
Thunderbird.
that one. That's a freaking spectacular one. That is cool. I can't believe it. Yes, I did kick Jen out of the computer.
All the
Sorry,
gas
guys.
pumps, traffic lights.
Nice. That's almost like the car museum that I was at, only it was privately owned.
This is
Like I
too.
said, you only got to smell the car. You get the little, smell the paint. and then go away.
Like, that black one actually you can't sit in, but
Oh,
that's an old one.
yeah.
That's an old picture.
What are these, Ferraris, or am I delusional? Those ones, yes.
All the red ones they're Ferraris.
All right,
There's a
that's what I thought.
Testarossa.
What, yellow, blue, all those. What are those ones? Same?
Those are Dodge Vipers.
No way.
Yeah,
Those don't even look like Dodge Vipers from what I
Those
can
are new.
see.
Those are new Vipers. That's
Wow,
a Corvette.
crazy.
Wait a second.
All right. No way. That's nuts. All right. Yeah. So, yo, if you
I
guys
got a
can
new
see us
Ford
right
for my
now,
wife.
Jen's taking her seat, but I'm still turning the computer.
He stole my computer, Redneck.
I got a new best friend.
This right here is a 1963 Chrysler 300 Coupe convertible.
Oh, dude, what about a 67 Chevy? How about that one?
How about those?
Ooh, those are cool. I like those.
Oh, Woody.
Those are nice. Yo, didn't they used to use those for cab companies in New York?
Yes, they did.
Oh, no way. That's crazy. I can't believe I actually guessed that right. Literally, that was an off the top of the head guess.
That is a 1966
Cobra.
Cobra with a 427.
Yes. I
One
love
of the
it.
originals.
This is one of my favorite cars
there's a
ever
Ford.
made.
There's a Cord. I think that's a Rolls.
Yes, that is definitely. Give me that. This dude, man. Bro, we used to Bentley.
That's cool. That's really
What about
cool.
the Bentleys? What is that? What country makes a Bentley?
Germany.
That's what, dude. I'm fucking sorry again.
You're fine. He doesn't care.
I'm
This is
100%
late
like
night
it
talk.
doesn't get more German than me. I love German-made things, and I am a German dude, 100%. If you look at my last name, but either way, I still don't believe German beat fucking Ford.
I've actually sat in this car.
Huh? What?
Say sorry. You cut out a little bit.
I said I've actually sat in this car. Or this bus.
Sat in that car.
Yeah, that would be
Literally.
freaking cool.
Except there's one problem. I can't fit.
Oh no! Stop it! Why? Hey, do I even want to know why?
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel? Is
Steering
it a
wheel.
gut thing?
It's a gut thing.
It's a gut thing.
All right, makes sense. Makes sense. I can understand that.
I think that's a Bentley there.
Hey, just tell them to extend it. You know.
That's cool.
That is super neat. I
Those are
like
Rolls.
that one a lot.
That's
That's
my
another
God, look
what?
at that
Benz
one.
or
That's a
Rolls?
Rolls.
That's
That's a Rolls.
Rolls Royce. Those things cool. You can always tell by the tires. Freaking nuts, man. So you know a lot about cars, don't you?
Oh yeah.
He goes to car shows every weekend.
That's insane. I would love to do that. My
You ready for this? That's a Cadillac. That's a Cadillac.
Cadillac Caddy.
That's your Cadillac.
Caddy.
You know, where do the Germans get off charging as much as they do for the Bentleys? I could buy a house for that amount.
It's all taxes.
You know,
Honestly, it's all
shit, I
taxes.
can't live in a car.
It's all taxes.
Oh, Jags.
Oh, that is my mint, dude. That is my
That's a Rio.
go-to thing. I love
That's a
Jags.
Rio.
No way. I love
There's
my
a Ford.
favorite is the old style racing Jag. You know, little sleek body. I was just showing my nephew those ones. And we were just talking about, Ford versus Ferrari, the whole 9 yards. My favorite
I
is
can give
Jag.
you a monster backstory on that. Even
Oh,
more
boy.
than what they went into.
I would love it. Controversy would be like, how much of that is true?
I take it that'd be a tomorrow night show.
Oh, shit. Am I supposed to be coming in on this one?
You're fine. That's a 1970. Oh, excuse me. It's a 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner Superbird.
I've never, honestly, to be honest, I've never seen one of those.
No, Wile E. Coyote ain't got none on that. That is nice.
There's the Rolls. I think that one's a Bentley. I'm not positive.
Who's yelling? What are you laughing about?
Me, Jim.
Yo, I got her laughing at me or
No,
something,
no,
man.
no,
I
you
don't know
don't.
what's going on here.
Jim just
What
wrote,
is Jim
OMG, you
doing?
had to mention car shows. Now Redneck is about to ask him on the first date. Wait for it.
Shut your freaking pie hole. Stop.
Oh God, Jim, I love you,
Listen,
girl.
he's my best buddy right now. Ain't no me that listen. He's gonna buy me dinner, take me out for a
Here we
drink,
go.
a lot of drinks.
Oh, God.
You know,
How about a
Oh,
57
ain't
Cadillac?
happening. No,
I love
sorry,
you,
buddy.
Jam. Oh, you, Jam, like, oh my God, she's hilarious.
Listen,
I love
just
that
because there are
woman.
3 pedals doesn't mean our freaking third leg don't work that way. All right.
All right, back to this.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, you should hear
Okay.
us in the chats. We pick
Set
on
him
each
straight,
other.
man. Set him straight.
Oh, no,
Look at
we
this silver
pick
one
on
right
each
here.
other.
All right.
Look at the silver one right here.
Which one? I can't
Right
do
there,
that. Is
right there.
so small right now. I can't even barely see it.
Can you bring that bigger or no?
That'd be cool if you could.
I don't
I
know if you
can't.
can
I
zoom
can
in
hardly
more.
see it.
And
And
Hold
I
on.
believe it or not, I've got actually good eyesight. Oh, there you
There
go.
you
go. There we
Cool.
go.
Perfect.
DeLorean.
Yes.
Nice. I knew it. I called it. I love it. Freaking Back to the Future. Listen, tell her to keep her freaking pie hole shut.
No.
All right, I ain't
we
doing.
pick
Oh,
on- we
nice.
pick
That
on
is
each
cool.
Other. Hi, Redneck.
Well,
Okay.
We all
why
Okay.
you
around
guys
with
gotta
each
pick
other
at my expense?
because we love you.
I'm just a bystander, chiming in. Maybe I'm putting my nose where I shouldn't be.
Nope.
Jesus, should I have just gone to bed tonight, man, and let you guys do your thing, or should I butt it in?
Hey, you like cars, so
That's
you
the
wanted
question.
to check
All
in
right.
No,
on
I
it.
do. Yes, I really do. That is super cool. I've seen though. My old boss has one of those in his car museum too. He had one of those. But like I said,
You,
one of those old trucks.
Yo,
The old prohibition days. Running moonshine trucks. Granted, they used to probably pull a trailer behind that thing. That's a
look
Cobra,
at
isn't it?
those.
That one's not. I don't know what that is. That's not a 67 Chevy, right?
Nope. That's a 55 and a 55.
But it's still a Chevy.
55 no
Yeah.
more.
Okay. All right. I wasn't too far. I was a few years
There we go.
off. My bad.
That's a vet. That's a vet.
Mm,
Nice. Yes, that is a Corvette.
that's pretty cool.
But those used to sit in showrooms like that.
Really?
For,
Wow, man. That's crazy.
They were
You know what
display
would be
models.
really cool is if you could actually drive it like that.
There's a 70 Superbird.
Nice. Yep. Remember
Poster
those.
picture.
Get them from you get a couple of those kind of similar to that from Dukes of
Well, that
House.
ain't there no more. That sucks. That'd be cool.
Martin Auto
What?
Museum.
There's always that.
Yo, they got a kids ride on a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
They got a
neat.
merry-go-round in there.
That is
They've got a merry-go-round in there.
really no way. An actual merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Is that what is that? What is that? Right there. What is that?
That is a. I think that's a Mercury.
No, stop it.
No,
That's
wait
a
minute,
Chevy,
minute.
bro.
No, that's a
Come on, that's got to be
No,
a
it's not.
Chevy.
That's not. That's a Ford. That's
Come
a
on.
Ford. There's another
No,
Ford.
no. That one car, dude. That is one of my favorite cars that you just passed up, man. That I always thought that was a '67 Chevy. Am I delusional?
No.
That's yeah,
Yes,
you're delusional.
That's
Oh man.
That's
it's
a
a
Ford.
50. I want to say it's a 59.
Okay, well then we
Ford
know I'm a
Skyliner.
Ford man, even though I don't know it. Dude, that's
Here's a better picture of that cutaway
cool.
Corvette.
That's cool. I like that. Hey, what are the I got a question on the Corvette though. If you go back to that thing,
Okay.
the
That's
cutaway,
cool.
the cutaway Corvette. I got an actual real question about that.
Whoops.
So
This one right here.
not that
this one.
Yeah, that one. All right, so
Hold on, I
Sherry,
gotta go
no,
back, I'll
not
pause it.
that. All right,
Hold
dang
on.
it. Sherry's trying to pull it.
Jen is trying to pull it up.
Jen's trying to share it with me.
Hold on. I know he can probably find it quicker than I can again.
Yeah, there's like a little silver thing that goes below the body of it. I was like wondering what that is for. Can they even hear us?
He should be. Can you hear us? He should be able to.
I'm wondering. There's no response.
No, he might be frozen. Hold on.
Jeez, what is he trying to freeze me about you getting
No,
out
no,
here?
his computer might have froze again.
What?
It's done it twice.
That sucks.
Mm. Hold on, let's see if it comes back up. Yeah, there he is. He's back. Did the computer freeze again?
Yeah, froze again.
Yeah, because he was oh, I got it on my phone. I'll pause it right here real quick. He had a question about the
Yeah, hold on a minute. I got something.
the car that was you know what I'm talking about? That was like looks like it's in two pieces. Mm.
If it'll load.
Yeah, right there. That's the one yeah.
So
He has the car up. His computer did
I
freeze.
thought you didn't like me no more, man. I thought you threw your computer across the screen. Sherry's like, no, it just froze. Give him a minute.
He can't hear you. Never mind. I was on mute for some reason.
Really? Oh my
All right,
god.
you know that graded silver part,
Ugh.
Redneck?
Hey, can you hear me? Hello?
Hold on, wait a minute. Where'd he go?
There you go. See, this is what I'm saying. Freaking A.
He'll come
don't
back.
like me no more.
No, he does. The internet's just screwing up. The weather's been crazy everywhere.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He'll be right back. See, I told you didn't like me no
Yeah, I
more.
couldn't hear him. No, it.
Okay, what's your question?
Okay, so you know that the little metal piece.
So my question is you know that slotted silver piece that's underneath the door on the side, right? Underneath the Stingray. Is that part of the car or is that just part of the stand?
The little silver thing on the body itself?
Yeah.
That's the car.
That's the car. The silver part?
That's part of the car. That's the exhaust.
No
Yep.
shit.
Yeah, so you can
That's
see
my
right here,
pipe.
it's the exhaust.
That
Bye
is
bye.
cool. I was wondering if that was like literally just part of the stand that they did, just to gleam it up a little.
No, you can
That
tell.
is neat.
See it? See all the wires?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see it. It goes right that way. That's pretty neat.
Mhm.
All right, so that was my question. I'm not, like I said, I'm not that intellectual when it comes to knowing things about cars. I've had I've had a cousin that he's literally a master mechanic. I had to like the Grand Prix Pontiac.
Uh-huh.
What was it? E-brake, right? The emergency brake locked. So I went to go back out of the parking space and it wasn't moving. So I'm like, oh, great. Now what do I do? So I called him up. He's the only dude that I ever known to be able to talk somebody through on the phone on how to disengage an emergency brake from underneath the car. And he
That's a
did
pain
it.
in the ass.
Yeah, but I did it, dude. It was simple as 1, 2, 3. He walked me right through it, and I got it done. And the car backed out. Did all the 9 yards, and it was like, just don't ever engage the emergency brake again.
Right.
But here's the crazy part. Here, you're gonna laugh at this, man. So, our fuel pump started malfunctioning. It went out. The car would slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, and then not go at all. So we had it towed to his house. So he actually literally took and jumped the shoot, what are they called? Freaking A. Everything that runs the car. It's like a relay switch or whatever.
Right.
What are they called? Dang, remember our fuse box? Fuses. That's it. Thank you. Now I remember. Good Lord. F you,
I was
brain.
like, what are you talking about?
Yo, I hate my brain. Sometimes it just says, yeah, I'm not working for you.
Yeah, the rat
So
balls.
the fuse boxes. The fuse box in a car?
Mm-hmm.
So he jumped those in order to figure out if the fuel pump is working or not, right? So he figured out it does. Okay, it's not working. So we dropped the tank, pulled out the fuel pump, replaced it with a new one. You know how they come with caps on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're sitting there, right? As soon as we get the fuel pump all hooked up, put it in the tank, we're getting ready to raise the tank up. He couldn't even say my name quick enough. He goes, "Look out!" And all of a sudden you hear, "Bah!" And I get push cleaned in the eyes with gas.
Yep.
So next thing I know, my head's bouncing off the back of the car, the gas tank, the back of the car, the gas tank. Now I'm like, oh God, I can't see. He's like, "Don't worry, I got you. Just grab my hand. We'll go inside and wash your eyeballs out." It was terrible. Worst experience I ever had in my life.
All right, I'm gonna pull one up,
very much.
and then we're gonna call it for the night. But
Yeah.
hold on, I gotta find it. I gotta find it again.
Hold on, he's gonna show you something, and then we're gonna call it because we've been on for 2.5 hours now.
Usually I say to cut it short because
nice.
Oh, it's not gonna play. Okay, hold on. That's not what I wanted to show. I thought it was I thought I could play the video, but I guess I can't. Oh, wait a minute, again. Nope.
Is it one of the videos you already have, or?
Yeah.
Oh. Yep.
Which one was it? Is it already on the channel?
Yeah.
Hey, I got a topic for you guys. This next
Which
live you got?
Hold on. I'll find it.
Mm-hmm. What?
He's trying to find which one it is, so he can show you, or I can show. Either he can show you here, or I can show you on here.
Oh.
But
Okay.
these are all his card videos and stuff.
Let's see if it. No, it's not the car show itself.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Oh,
It's
I
not
can't
the
do
card
that.
show.
Oh. Hey, it's okay, man. If you guys could call
Hi,
tonight,
sweet
that's
fly.
okay. But I gotta definitely.
He's trying to bring it up for you.
I got a definite topic for tomorrow night about history and everything else like that. If you guys want to do a history night, I would love that.
Well, this week's all about cars.
Oh, all about. I remember you guys talking about the first roads ever paved.
I gotta pop out, but I can show you this one.
Yeah.
This car I'm going to show you in 1977 did 7 1/4 mile.
1977 did 7 seconds in a quarter mile.
7 seconds and a quarter mile.
Wow. Okay, I'm interested. That sounds really interesting.
If it loads.
Hopefully.
Usually you only ever hear 10-second cars, quarter mile on that part.
Like that.
But you got the funny cars that, dude, I can't believe them not doing, well below 10 seconds.
How are you, Sweet Fly?
Ooh.
Hey, Sweet Fly. How you doing, sweetie? The 1977 Mustang 2.
Really? What? That's a Mustang?
That's a Mustang 2.
Stop it.
Mustang too.
It don't even look like one.
I'd take it
What's he
fly.
got? He's got wheelie bars on the backside, don't he?
Uh-huh. Hey, Jen.
Yep.
If you want to see it, it's the one that has that picture on it.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, I got
It's
it
got
right here.
I see that.
The video.
That's cool.
I got it right here. This is the actual video of it. Yeah, so I'll show you afterwards, but this is,
That's Redneck?
Yep, that's Redneck.
All right.
There's that car.
It's good to actually see a face with the voice.
But I'll show you that video once we get off. I'll let you watch the video.
All right, I definitely want to see that one. That's pretty cool.
He's done a lot of good videos.
That is.
It actually
really
fired
cool.
up. He actually fired it
Yeah,
up.
they fired it up and everything. This was one of my favorite. Actually, I think this is the one you did the history of, right?
Oh, man.
No.
Of this particular one? No, that was a different one.
Oh yeah.
You were talking about the history of the car itself.
Yeah, Shelby.
Yep.
Yeah, Shelby Ford. Yeah.
Yeah, Shelby is good. They got a big history. It's really cool.
This is a really good video. I think I've watched it 2 or 3 times.
Really? Now you're gonna watch it about 10 more times.
Which is fine with me.
Actually, just haven't flipped the whole damn video. Still love them. There's one I was at.
Wait,
I was at a Meekum auto auction.
Yeah. See. Oh, look at this. It's got the.
Oh, what
the mystery van?
Is that? No. Oh no, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like the one right above the mystery van.
This one right here, the Mint Car Show.
FMG, that is super cool.
Yeah, you.
Which one?
That's terrible.
I got like 3 videos of that one.
You're killing me, bro. You're killing me with all this.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Like
that is killer.
Yeah.
I can't even like words. Like, I can't even come up with the words to describe on how I feel about this. That is super neat. I love it.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. That is super cool.
He does a really good job. I'm doing good, Sweet Fly. How are you?
How you doing, Sweet Fly, honey?
Just sitting here being sweet.
Sweet Fly is really cool. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah. That's cool, Beans.
Let's see. I'm done.
That's crazy.
I've got the whole. I mean, I've got a lot of the car shows on there. It wouldn't load up last night. That's why I never uploaded one today.
Because it wouldn't load?
It wouldn't load.
The one from Saturday? The one?
No. I didn't take one from Sunday because that was too far away.
Right. But
for me to walk.
Did you do Saturdays?
No, Saturdays is normal.
Oh, okay.
The normal every day, every Sunday night or every Saturday night car show.
It's a normal car show that they have every week.
Okay.
So he's already done a video on it.
All right.
I got 3 or 4 of them. I was going to put another one up from there, and for some reason, VN wouldn't load it up.
That's weird.
I don't know why. So I'll load it up and I put it up.
Sweet. Hopefully it'll load, and if it does, I'm going on to watch it.
Yeah, she ain't got a choice on that matter.
No, I
No,
got.
he
I
got a
mean,
phone too, you know.
Yeah, well, guess what? Sorry, babe, but now, I used to say, you guys doing this YouTube stuff, get a real hobby. But you know what? Damn it, you sucked me in.
wait till.
Redneck, you did it.
Damn it.
Wait,
Did I ever mention how much I hate my life?
We managed
wait
to
till I
get
get out
him
of it.
onto it.
Wait till I get him out of Arizona. Wait till I get out of Arizona.
Yeah.
What about it? What?
He lives in Arizona. We should go out and take a vacation out there and go to car shows.
Oh Lord, I won't ever come back.
It's
I love you,
Okay.
babe, but there you go.
really hot
I'm-
out there.
I
I'm
grew
gonna
up in
tell you
Florida.
right now.
Not true.
Listen,
No,
I grew up in
no.
Florida.
No.
Wait, hold on. All right. I'm listening.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Do not come here in the summertime.
Why not?
Because it gets to up to 100 and what?
Let's see. I'll give him an example. Last year, July, we were sitting about 127.
Oh, it was a cool 127.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
All right.
Florida weather ain't compared to up there.
Yo, you
Matter
don't
of
wanna
fact,
know,
weren't we-
you don't want to know what I used to do.
We
when
were
I was a
going
kid.
through this with Mr. Coop and them the other day
Man.
about that.
Man, Florida weather. I
Jeremy,
honestly, I'd rather have the humidity.
Yeah.
humidity. Listen, buddy. Trust me. You don't want to be peeling your skin off of everything you touch.
They do there.
We do here.
They do
The
there.
thing
They
is,
go,
welcome to the fucking same
you can
state.
literally, you can go out
Well,
there.
then we might as well be sister states. You know.
I actually
Arizona
watched the
gets
news.
really hot.
I actually watched the news one day. They were showing something kind of funny. They had a camera crew out there. The guy literally fried an egg on his hood.
Oh,
Fried an egg.
man.
Oh,
Do you know how
jeez.
many times I've done that? I've literally done that myself. Fried an egg on the sidewalk, and then I'm not proud. I'll admit it. I ate it.
Yeah, the thing is though, is frying it on the hood of a car.
Yeah, he fried it on the hood of a car, not the ground. Yeah, no,
It's
this
that hot.
was on the hood of the car.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
hell, I could do that anywhere I am at. You ever watch those guys that fry steaks on their cars?
I've seen that before too. Yeah, but it's
That's
only
insane.
like it's Las Vegas and here mainly they do it.
Yeah. Tell them to be a real cook. Cooking on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
Yo, dude, we're rednecks. This is how we work, man. This is how we
exactly.
Exactly.
I go to the middle of the damn.
Germs nothing, man. I can't argue with that. Fry an egg on a hood of a car, on the engine of a car. Throw some tinfoil, fire your engine up. Let's see how hot it can get.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I used to work construction. I used to set my lunch in the back of the loader, keep it warm.
There you go.
Nice.
I used to throw it up on the
Yeah,
dash.
he definitely does earn the
I
earn the title redneck.
get a butter bowl, throw some spaghetti in it, and put it in a butter bowl and throw it on the dash. About lunchtime, that thing would be, soup.
Yep.
Like this used to be
Oh,
spaghetti.
man,
Here you go.
Oh yeah, I mean, they don't call me redneck for. They don't call me outlaw redneck for nothing.
For real,
That
man.
is
I
true.
figured as much. You know what I mean? Like, shit, dude. Where can you go when you throw spaghetti on a dashboard and say, this used to be that?
Oh, God.
But I
Oh,
literally,
you should appreciate that one.
I get back east, whether it's Florida or Michigan. This channel's not going to be all about car shows.
No, it's going to be about, here, hold my beer and see what happens.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
hold my beer and watch this.
No. Stop
Yes.
it.
Yes.
No, you cannot. Really?
Yes, that's what we're going to do. It's going to be,
Yep.
here, hold my beer.
What the fuck? Sorry, what are you guys thinking, man? You can't hand somebody. Listen, you don't take a beer from a redneck and expect something kosher to happen.
That's why
If he
this
says, "Hold
channel.
my beer," you know no good's gonna happen.
That's why this channel says in the description. This is going to be Redneck's famous last words. Hold my beer and watch this.
Hold my beer and watch this.
All right, well, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna still hold my beer. All right, I ain't giving up my beer. That's the one thing I'm not doing. I don't tell nobody hold my beer. You don't touch my beer.
Oh, trust me, I've seen people that, dude, I'm going to do this. Hold my beer. Here, watch this.
He's seen people do
No,
it and then get in trouble.
no, you ain't seen a real redneck, yo. I'm like,
There he is.
watch this. I'm holding my beer.
While I do it.
Yep.
Oh, trust me, I felt,
Believe it or not, I've actually done that.
What'd you say?
I was literally in Florida in the woods watching idiots screw up their trucks
Oh man.
and sitting on the back of my truck.
Listen, I might be a redneck, but I ain't stupid.
Well, I was sitting on the back of the fucking truck, reached in, grabbed a beer out of the fucking cooler, cracked it. For some reason, I don't know what the hell happened. Next thing I know, I'm on the fucking ground, beer's up in the air. Did not spill a drop.
Not you didn't lose a drop.
Nope.
I didn't spill a drop.
My man. I'm proud of you. That's cool.
I've actually fell in a pool and held my beer up and said, "Look, it didn't even get wet."
Shit, I was down.
Nice.
I was down in Florida, right, and we were celebrating somebody's birthday, and somebody decided to say, "I'm gonna put you in there in coastal," and you know. When I said I wasn't stupid, I need to kind of recant that statement because, yeah, I am pretty fucking stupid.
He ended up in the intercoastal.
So I decided to, wrestle a hockey player. Shit, dude. First 2 seconds, I was right in the intercoastal. Climbed on up. Said, yep, all right, here we go. Round 2.
Well, oh no, these now a lot of the woods I used to go to is closed.
No way.
But they've got the mud parks.
Oh, really? Kind of like skate parks. So now they're called mud parks?
No.
Oh,
these
so
are actual. These are actual nasty. Well, that Florida mud's nasty anyway. But
all right.
Yeah, you'll just look up Florida mud parks on YouTube. You'll find them.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're fun.
Well, down in Florida, where I used to trek on, you had an issue walking, let alone driving a truck through anything. It was literally you were you would sink halfway up to your body in a mud pit or whatnot, just walking along the trail.
Well,
it's insane. But that's
getting
crazy.
out there. Oh yeah, getting out to where we used to go hang out at was also fun.
Yeah.
Now, Coop, Tim, yeah. Coop, Tim, and Yoda and Erica both did, or all of them, can vouch for this.
All right.
The sand out there going out to the woods or wherever, we call it sugar sand. The shit has no bottom.
The sugar sand.
Yeah, Florida has the potential to do that.
It has no bottom.
Yeah, I understand that one.
I can make it back there to 2-wheel drive Ford.
What do they call them? What do they call them?
What?
Where you just sink in a mud pit and you just don't come up.
Quicksand.
Yes, thank you. This is
But
why I like to say I'm not dumb, but
no, just the rat falls off the wheel every now and again.
Man, the rat tells me F you.
Yes, I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's what the rat says. I'm leaving. Bye-bye.
Yeah. He's like, rat, what rat? Have a nice day.
But this isn't quicksand.
Yeah.
This is normal sand.
Yep.
You can walk on it fine. There's no problem walking on it.
That's crazy.
But
Really?
most of the people with two-wheel drives, they couldn't go back there.
Mm.
I took a little Ford two-wheel drive Ranger and walked back there. No problems.
Oh, geez.
No way. That's crazy, dude.
I could literally stop the truck, put it in second gear, put the brake on, put the throttle to the floor, sink it a little bit, put it in first gear, and walk out of it in two-wheel drive, or with a two-wheel drive.
Really?
That truck
Two
was
wheel
that.
with 4-wheel or 2-wheel drive?
It was a two-wheel drive pickup.
Jesus.
It wasn't four-wheel drive.
Well, I
That truck was.
you know what? I'll give you fucking props, man, because that's fucking that. Sorry.
That truck was absolute.
You're fine.
I don't know how that.
driving skills.
I don't know how that thing pulled like it did.
Seriously,
That thing was full.
those are some mad driving skills, dude.
I actually pulled the truck out of the hole of that damn truck.
Shoot.
You pulled out another truck out of a hole with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Oh,
that was a
geez.
nasty pickup. I wish I had that truck back now.
Man.
There was only one problem with it
Oh no.
that I didn't like, and well, me and Dad didn't like it. It was a regular cab.
Rubber cap to what?
It was a regular cab.
Regular cab.
Wasn't an extended cab or a four door.
Okay. Now I understand.
So you couldn't put the seat back in. Me and Dad being 6'6", and me being 6'5", yeah, it wasn't working.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. You know, I don't hear too many people much more gooder.
That
Literally.
that would hurt my back on long trips.
Oh, yeah,
But you're not
100%.
doing a long trip, yeah.
But if you were to do a long trip,
if you're going out to do that, you know, who's to say it's not a long trip?
right, exactly.
Makes sense.
Well, it was 45 minutes to the
That makes sense then.
to
You
the
got
hole
45 minutes.
to the hole we'd go to,
Yeah. If it's 45
and it
minutes, man, that makes sense.
was I think from the paper. Well, I'm just going Redneck. I was going to go forward from the hard road to the pond. I think one spot was a half a mile, and the other one was a mile.
Okay.
Just driving on that sugar sand, getting back to the hole.
Yeah. That's
And this hole we'd go to, we call it the flag pond. There's a reason why.
so that was down
The
in Florida,
weeds.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
the weeds
The
in that
reeds.
pond.
Weeds.
The weeds
Weeds.
Reeds.
Yeah, the
same
weeds
thing.
in the pond.
were as
Yep.
big as 3x5
Those are called
flags.
reeds.
Yeah.
They were
They're
as big as
strong
3x5 flags.
Yeah. Are they like kind of like cattails?
No,
You know, they got a little round pump on
nope,
them.
nope.
They fluff out.
They-
No.
No, they look like they were like an oval leaf, but they're as big as a 3x5 flag.
Damn near. Yeah, you're right. But it was a white. Was it like
No,
a brown and
it was
a pure
green.
white?
It was green. It was green.
They were
Green.
green.
They do have
Weeds,
those.
like, like the things. It's hard to
But-
explain.
No, I kind of I know what he's talking about because they overtook the lake that I lived around. You know, so I
But-
understand what he's saying, but it's two different things. You know, so they kind of do the same thing. It's like cattails and not cattails. You know, it's very
listen to
weird.
fish.
All right, so
Well-
I'm listening. Sorry.
Well, a cattail was round and like a brown.
Right.
That's a cattail. Well, these were actual green leaves,
Yeah. Yep.
but there was if we weren't there for 2 or 3 weeks, they'd grow back. But we were there every single fucking Sunday. Yeah, that was interesting.
That
was fun.
I bet.
By the time they were
Because
done,
I
they
had
were
a-
growing.
Sounds like it. That was super cool. Sounds super
I had
cool.
a buddy of mine had a full track buggy. Full track.
Oh, what? That's nice.
And the drunker he'd get, the faster he'd go.
Oh no.
And he didn't drink beer. He didn't drink Jack. He drank Crown and 7.
Jesus. He's a man after my
Yeah.
own heart.
In
I
a big
love it.
32 in a big 32-ounce 7-Eleven mug.
That's
Oh,
wicked
God.
crazy.
Well,
Yo,
there was one night.
dude, that's nuts.
There was one day. He thought he was over far enough because we all know where this hole's at. Everybody that runs that pond knows where this
Hey,
hole's
listen,
at.
talk about that too much.
Well, it's not. They don't, no
It's-
one goes there
I'm
anymore.
joking.
but yeah.
I'm joking. Don't beat me up. I'm just messing.
Everybody knows in that pond where that hole's at.
That's
He thought he was
crazy.
over far enough.
I don't doubt it.
He
That's
thought he was over
insane.
far enough. Well, he wasn't.
Oh, no. He hit the hole.
We seen him, then we didn't see him. And then we didn't hear him.
Well, isn't that what usually every dude does?
No, they're
Well-
not supposed to hit that hole.
Well, every dude aims for the hole.
No,
Yes, but not that hole.
not that. Not in the pond.
Well, son of a biscuit. I freaking. Gosh darn it. I
But,
thought. Oh, suck. My bad.
Well, all of a sudden, we didn't hear the motor run no more.
Oh no.
And now that's a full track buggy. You ain't moving that thing.
Shit.
It's dead in the water. It won't even start.
All right.
Well, one of our buddies come up. He had a Blazer sitting on 52-inch tall tires. He broke all three fucking. He broke a strap 3 times trying to pull him out. Then our
Wow.
buddy Lenny comes up in his big red Dodge on fucking 40s with a Cummins.
Okay.
I walked up to him and said, "What up, Lenny?" He said, "Not much." He goes, "Where's Troy? I see this truck out there." I just pointed. So I did was point. I said, "John over there, I broke his strap 3 times trying to pull him. What's he in? The buggy." All right. Hold on a minute.
Oh man.
Gets out of the truck, shuts the door. He goes, "He ain't breaking this strap."
Oh shit.
It was about I'll say, and I'm taking a wild guess at this too, so don't quote me on this one. I'm going to say about a 8 to a 9-inch diameter yacht rope
Oh.
that was really stretchy.
Really stretchy. The yacht rope.
Oh, stop it. What are you, bungee jumping?
So he tosses the rope.
Stretchy, man. You bungee jumping? Come on. Listen, us
Oh, no,
rednecks know better.
This rope was huge. This toe strap was huge. Well, he tosses it to him. Troy hooks it up. He had me. Lenny had me stay by the side of his truck on the driver's side, so I can tell him when the rope is tight. So I told him the rope is tight. He leans out the window and goes, "Watch this."
Oh no.
And as soon as he said, "Watch this," I knew what he was going to do. I knew what he's doing.
Don't. No, don't.
He left that. No, he left that Dodge in 2-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he kind of moved him a little. He kind of moved him a little bit, but then he started spinning. He goes, "Well, shit, he's in there. He's in there deeper than I thought he was." All right, hold on a second. Reaches down 4 high,
Mm-hmm.
and didn't snatch him. Did not back it up. Kept the rope tight.
Yep.
Told me, let him know his rope was tight. I let him know.
All right.
He power pulled this track out of the hole,
Decent.
dead in the water.
Nice.
All right, that's cool. Okay, I
That
thought
truck
something
was-
freaking ridiculous happened. That's
That
you know,
truck
that's
was-
best case scenario. I agree.
That
with that.
truck
That's
was
cool.
absolutely nasty.
Yo,
That's awesome.
Either way, man, a truck like that pulling out like that, that is. What kind of
Then-
engine did that thing have in it?
Cummins.
Cummins?
That was diesel on it.
What
That diesel on
liter?
it.
What liter did it have?
That was the.
Did it have
What was
5.0?
that one?
8,
No. I think that was a 6.7
6,
because that was a 2000. So yeah, I think I was a 6.7.
that is a freaking nasty freaking truck.
Well,
So I can't argue with you on that one, man.
he got rid of that one, that truck.
Oh no, why?
They trust me, they bounce back and forth on trucks. Honestly, they bought different. They changed back and forth on trucks more than we changed underwear.
Oh Jesus!
Yo, I almost
He
spit
went-
my drink out, dude.
He
That was
went and
terrible,
bought.
man. Like Sherry's computer almost fucked up because I almost spit everything on it.
He went and bought a Ford Excursion, that big 3/4 ton Ford
Yeah.
SUV. Put it
How
up
did that
on fucking
go?
40s, built the hell out of it. He goes, he come to me one day. We're sitting out in the woods. Comes to me. He says, "You ever seen a Ford Excursion lift the front tires off the ground?" I'm like, "No." Come out front. Let's go out front.
Yo, can you
I
film that
think
for me time? I
that
want to
pulled
see
the
that.
front
Thing.
tires.
I will literally melt where I'm standing. I will melt.
He pulled the front tires off the ground about 3 inches in that truck
Oh, that's sick.
on 40s. On 40s.
All right, so here I got something for you. So I've never seen it fucking lift the front tires off the ground, but there was a truck with decals on the back of the truck bed, whatever. Looked like to me it looked like a normal truck, right? I was very young at this point, so I wasn't so sure on what it was or anything like that. So I can't tell you the make or model of it.
Okay,
But
let me ask you this first. Was it a drag racer?
I don't know. I just saw it parked out front of one of my friend's house. And this
Was it,
thing looked so nasty and sick. Like literally, I figured this thing could do wheelies and do a flip and still do a wheelie and then beat the fastest drag 10-second car or maybe the 7-point freaking car.
well, there used to be
It
these
was insane,
cars.
but it was a
Listen,
truck.
There used to be these trucks and these cars back in the 70s and 80s
Mhm.
that they called wheelie cars. And what they did
Yeah,
is
yeah,
they was
yeah.
a drag strip. What
Yeah.
they did is from a time that Christmas tree went green, they punched it and it was in the air the whole quarter mile, still running tens.
Right.
There was one called the Little Red Wagon, most famous wheelie truck out there. It was a Dodge.
It was a truck. I don't know what it was, but I shit you not, and I will not say this. I will not divert from what I say to this day. I've witnessed this firsthand. This thing had 4 tires on each. No, wait. 6 tires on each side on the back of the truck, and 2 tires on each side on the front of the truck. So wow.
Yeah.
I speak more gooder. So it was 2 tires on each side of the truck, and then literally 6 tires on the back of the truck. So it's 4 on the front, 6 on the back. I've never seen a truck like that in my life, and it was just
That was an off-road truck. That was an off-road truck.
it just literally looked like your own GMC, maybe it could have been a Ford or a fucking Dodge, for all I know. But I'm just saying, man, the thing had decals like you wouldn't believe, and it had 6 tires in the back, 4 on the front.
It's an off-road truck.
It was unreal.
Had to be an off-road truck.
Like what are you off-roading with that thing? Like, how the hell are you off-roading with that thing? I know off-roading. When you go off-roading, you need tracks. You need tires with tracks. Those
Not always.
You need tracks on your tires. You ain't going nowhere without them. Okay, I learned how to drive in sugar sand with a bobcat. You bottom it out, dude. You're digging yourself out. It's no
Yep.
joke. You don't.
He knows. He knows what
can't.
sugar sand is.
You cannot get out of it. You got to go slow, take your turns wide on sugar sand, the whole 9 yards. It's not even a joke. You're buried at that point. You hit the
I
gas.
never took the turn slow.
Hmm?
I never took the turn slow because I had to keep momentum up because I was 2-wheel drive. I had to keep momentum up.
Well, you went in a different kind of sand, though. That's the thing.
I was
Though.
a sugar fan. I was a sugar fan.
Sugar sand.
No, literal sugar sand. You cannot
Yep.
gun it. You get 1 foot on that gas pedal and it goes to the bottom, you're sunk. That's all it is to it. You're done. So,
Nah, not really. Because I literally,
then you
as
got
long as
something
you
to teach
keep,
me. I'll tell you that. You got something to teach me then if that's the case.
well,
Because I've driven in sugar sand and it ain't that way. You gun it, dude, you're done.
well,
You
you don't.
gotta
I
take
mean,
it slow on that,
and I'm not saying gun it, but you got to keep the momentum up.
Most certainly. You're absolutely right on that. 100%.
That's what I was talking about. You have to keep your momentum up.
Okay.
So I couldn't slow down because I was a 2-wheel drive truck. I couldn't slow down.
Say if you're in
I
a
was running
sin
about 10.
position, what do you do?
I was running about 10, 15 mile an hour. That's all I was running. But I had to keep that momentum and keep them tires going.
Right. But
Now,
say
granted,
you're out there in
that
a
truck,
bobcat. You're in a sitting position. Or
yeah.
say you're in an actual truck and you're dead still.
And you go to start.
You're in sugar sand. What do you do? From a dead start.
With that start, stick in second gear and put your foot barely on the throttle.
You're stuck, bro. You're stuck.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. You inch yourself out of that, dude. There's no way around that one, man. When you deal with real sugar sand down in Florida, you cannot just gun it. You can't put in second gear and think you're gonna powerhouse yourself out of that. You'll bottom out.
I never powerhoused it. Like I said, stick in second gear
Listen.
and put your foot barely on the throttle to get the
Barely
tires
on the
going, and you'll
Okay.
roll right out
You
of
would
it.
have
I've done it.
listened.
Okay,
You would have heard him.
Sorry for my ignorance.
You're
My
fine.
apologies.
But the
You gotta
thing is, though,
listen.
is
He's absolutely right. Sometimes when
but
you
that
do
truck
you
was
get
different.
stuck.
That truck was different.
That's crazy.
That was a 2-wheel drive Ranger.
Yo,
It
did he
had
ever
the tow package on it.
Bumper?
It had a tow package on it. It had a full off-road package on it.
Man.
And
You know
it
what's
had the
cool?
short box, so it was the big rear end.
You know what's
I could
cool?
put that.
Hold on, wait, let him finish.
All right, sorry.
I could put that truck in drive. Leave the hard road, walk right back in the fucking woods in that spot with absolutely no problems. I could stop that truck, put it down, not put down the axle, but put it down, brake torque it, sink it a little bit, drop in the second gear, just tap the throttle, it walk right out of it. That truck was different. I had an F-150. That son of a bitch couldn't make it. That son of a bitch couldn't make it out of his own ass.
You know what the difference
in
between
that stuff.
most of the people is
I know how to drive.
I ain't gonna argue with that. I will not argue with that. But you said you'll walk it out of there. That's the difference between most other people. Most people will fucking try to spin the wheels, do this, that, and the other.
Well,
but you walk it out. That's the pit move right there.
You get my fucking buddies out there, especially that one in that fucking Blazer, sitting on fucking 52s. This stupid moron decides, you know what? Let's have some fun. Sticks it in 4 high. He didn't need to go in 4 high. He just walked right through it. Sticks it in fucking 4 high.
Oh,
takes
shit.
off, hits the fucking brakes, keeps the front tires rolling, brake torque and spin the back tires all the way through it.
Jesus. That's
Jeez,
terrible.
That's crazy.
I looked at him
So
and went,
what
"You're an
happened?
idiot." I'm talking.
He got
No,
stuck, didn't he?
no. He was brake torquing the truck, keep it like you would do a
But
burnout.
but he didn't make it out, right?
Oh yeah, he made it. Just walked right up through there like it was nothing. That truck had power
Okay.
though. That truck had power.
So that's a monster of a different breed.
Oh well,
You
see
know,
the
the
thing
crazy thing
is
though is the cool thing is the amount of weight on the trucks. You know,
yeah,
makes a big difference on how you get out of where you need to get
it
out of.
does. That guy that had that full track buggy, he had an '89 F350 with a '97 Power Stroke diesel, 7.3 Power Stroke diesel in it, pushing out 1,000 horse, and that was his pulling truck.
Shit. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that explains a
That was his
lot.
tug of war truck.
That
That was his tug
really
of war
does.
truck.
Yes, it does. You know, you fuck you, I'm getting through.
And
That's what that says.
Yeah.
You're
and
screwed.
in the 6,000-pound class in the tug of wars, it always come down to him and another friend of mine named Mo Jones. Mo Jones had a Chevy Dually with a 454 full-wheel drive.
Worse shit.
Mhm.
That's cool. That is
It,
really cool. I'd
it
love to
came.
see. I've never seen one of those. I would love to see that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man. But
No,
like that was really freaking cool that you mentioned that. I would love to see a tug of war.
now I'm trying to think. I think there's some on. I think there's some on YouTube.
All right.
I'll look them up.
Oh, I've seen a few of them on YouTube, but I would like to fucking personally see them.
Oh,
You know,
oh.
that's
Well,
super neat.
it came out. It came down to the best 2 out of 3 between my buddy Troy
Mhm.
and my buddy Mo.
Mm.
Well, the first fucking pull, and Troy bought new tires for that fucking truck, and I yelled at him for doing that. I said, "You're an idiot." He goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Dude, you know people out there in the Yucatan that know these tires, that has these tires, and they're junk. And you want to put them on this truck?" He goes, "Yeah, I think it'd be fun." I'm like, all right.
That's
Well,
insane.
first pull, Mojo's literally just yanks that truck like it's nothing. So, and him spin the whole damn way. Second pull, Mo starts yanking him, and yanking him. That bumper gets about 3 inches from the finish line.
Oh
All of,
shit.
all of a sudden, you watch that Ford, the
Mm.
the left rear dropped in the truck, and then the right rear dropped,
Man.
and then the front dropped, and then you watch the whole body, that whole thing just fucking twist. He torqued the shit out that truck and yanked that Chevy from an inch from winning all the way up the door,
Well,
Oh my
that's
god.
what happens.
smoking all 4 tires all the way through.
That is insane.
Nice.
That's cool.
I've never seen a 4-wheel drive pickup to heat the tires up. I've never seen a 4-wheel drive pickup
You know,
smoke all 4 tires.
at
Yeah.
best, you know what I've seen? A tractor pull.
Oh, tractor pulls are
That's
fun.
about at best.
You know the best ones though are the mini tractor pulls.
Really? No way. I watch these guys, you know, like
They're
over here where we live, they do tractor pulls at a fairgrounds.
yep.
And they just literally like, you know, there's so many tons or so much weight, man. These tractors, you know, they're doing wheelies and just
yeah.
kicking and screeching tires. And I'm like,
Okay.
you got to pull
Now-
past a certain line. I'm like, no way. That's pretty cool. That's
Now-
the best I've seen.
All right, listen.
Now the thing is the mini tractor pulls, they look the same as the big ones, except instead of having 4 and 5 and 2 and engines, they've got 1. So I got is 1 engine.
Wait, what?
Say that again. You cut out.
Instead of instead of them big tractor pulls that has like the 2 and 3 and 4 engines on them.
Right.
They've got little ones look the same way.
Oh shit! What
Except-
is that? 2-stroke, 4-stroke?
No,
No.
there's those ones that look like the big ones. That's got 427s on them, 460s in them.
Yeah, what's that? A V fucking engine on a fucking mini tractor?
Yep. And they look
Okay,
exactly the
okay.
same as the big ones,
That makes a
but
little
they're
more
smaller.
sense. All right. Well, holy shit,
Now,
dude. Well, they got the weight
now
of the engine pulling on a small tractor.
they're still pulling the front end
Hell,
off the
the
ground.
engine weighs more than the tractor.
All right, let him finish. Listen.
They're still pulling the front end off the ground.
Wait, what?
Just still pulling the front end off the ground.
Yeah. Well, shit, there ain't no accounting for torque.
Now, my uncle, his mechanic, he was in the 2-cylinder class. And this guy was an absolute genius mechanic. I've never seen anybody do this. He cut a 460 in half, blocked off every cylinder except for 2.
No shit.
That thing had so much power, so much torque. If he could get that thing straight and keep it under control, that thing would have been unstoppable. But it had so much torque, you couldn't do it.
That is sick. Stop it. No, he's not.
That thing was nasty. That thing was nasty.
Well, no
That's
shit.
awesome.
Dude, what was that pushing? I mean, how many
was
thousands of pounds of torque was that kicking?
It wasn't kicking. I mean, it's not thousands. It's probably pushing. It was.
Wow.
It probably had, for the size of the tractor, because he beefed up a lawnmower to do it. It was a lawnmower.
Well, no shit. I understand that, but I mean, still, dude, that's still for what it was, dude. That's
He was
still
probably pushing close. No, he's probably pushing. Close to
almost 1,200.
No.
Way less, maybe 6.
Way less. He was probably pushing close to 3 or 4 foot-pounds of torque with it. Probably about 400 horse out of it.
That's still a lot, though. That's still
For that little
crazy.
thing, yes, it was.
Like for that amount, like for that little thing, dude, that's still a crazy amount.
Yeah.
That's it. That's like shit. Dare I say it? Ludicrous.
It was ludicrous. Oh no, I got one. I've got one even more ludicrous, and it's on YouTube.
Right.
It's proven.
All right.
Let him finish too before you say anything.
Yes, I know. I happen to have it of that. You know, you can tell me to shut up at any time.
This is a guy on YouTube named Cletus McFarlane.
Mm-hmm.
He's hilarious. It was his birthday back in April.
Right.
He actually bought a racetrack, a regular oval racetrack years ago. Fixed it up, and he runs Cletus McFarlane.
Cletus McFarlane. Okay.
Yes, he bought a racetrack, and oh god, it's probably back. I can't remember now, 15 or 16, something like that. It's been years.
Okay. Anyway, so we'll get to that at this point.
Now
That makes sense.
he runs. He fixed it all up, and he has this one. He has a few races out there. He calls one the Freedom 500.
Oh no, I've heard of that one actually.
He don't run normal race cars.
That makes a lot of sense. The Freedom 500. So
They're
that's not a legal racetrack, right?
To a point. I mean, it's not NASCAR, but
okay.
It's it's a small Florida, grassroots track basically.
All right. So
I think it's about
might
be 8 mile, 3/8 mile. I can't remember, but he runs
so
his Freedom 500. His Freedom 500 that he runs is
I know he's
all
got
Crown
very
Vics.
good food to it.
They're all Crown Vics.
No way.
They're all Crown Victorias. Yes, every single one of them.
All right. Well, excuse my language, but fuck me running sideways.
Oh, they're hilarious, and it's hilarious.
Really?
It's hilarious.
You gotta be kidding me. Fucking bruh.
Racing them.
Crown Vicks.
He has had, and he had it there this year too. He had NASCAR legends racing,
Son of a
Like-
biscuit eater.
like Greg Biffle and Michael Waltrip.
Mm. If you can see the
And-
frustration on my face.
Well, anyway, to get to that, and then on Saturday nights he has this thing called Burnout Rivals.
This guy's like, just wait, you're gonna get more frustrated.
Am
I wrong?
All right,
Well, he has this
listen.
thing called Burnout Rivals. He has a
All
big burnout track, big burnout course right smack in the middle.
Fucking Crown Vicks, really?
Yeah, Crown Vics. But then he got this burnout contest that he has.
Stop it.
And I mean,
Listen,
there's
burnout
there's some wild off the wall shit they bring up there to do the burnouts. Well, he had to wait till Saturday to get his birthday present,
Yeah.
but it's sitting right smack in the middle of the damn burnout pad in a big ass old fucking crate, and I mean big crate,
Wait a minute.
big
This,
crate.
this is your birthday present?
A friend.
No, this
Oh,
is
it's
his
a
birthday
friend?
present. No, this is Cletus's.
Oh,
Cletus?
okay.
Yeah, from
Oh, you
from
can go
his
tell Cletus to go
friends
get
and
a
workers.
shotgun.
All right, listen. Just-
I would. Sorry. My bad.
Saturday, they pulled up the top of the crate. All four sides dropped. There sits a 2024 Chevy Spark.
Okay.
He's walking around, goes, "You guys got me another Spark. Thanks." Looks inside and goes, "Wait a minute. Now, I know I'm going to get technical on you, but I was explaining to him. He goes, what's a Turbo 400 doing in my Spark? What the hell's in
Wait
here?"
for it.
Turbo 400.
Mm-hmm.
He pops the hood. There sits a 632 cubic inch big block in a Chevy Spark.
Stop it.
Holy crap.
Okay, I take it back. Yeah, don't get the shotgun. Never mind. I was going to tell you to put the car out of its misery, but good God.
Yeah.
That is.
That's
wow.
sweet.
Okay, I recant everything I said earlier.
All
I'm sorry, my
But-
bad. I
but I'm telling you.
apologize. Please forgive me.
I'm
Right.
telling you, you need to look up Cletus McFarlane on YouTube. You will
That's
die laughing at him.
Nice.
And the man's got.
Send me a link on Discord.
This is
I
like
will.
the hand of God.
The man.
The hand of God.
The one he just said, yeah, I told him to
Yeah,
send me a link
I
and
know.
he's gonna.
Please.
Okay,
on
the
Discord.
man literally has money, and it's not family money. This
He
is
earned
this
it.
is going back to what you said about your YouTube content creator. Get a real job.
Yeah.
All right,
The
listen.
man,
Wait, listen.
the man has built his YouTube channel to over 4 million subscribers.
Well,
Everything
I'm sorry for
he
his
had-
bad luck.
No, do you know how much
Oh,
he
no.
makes?
I know.
He's
Listen,
made
dude.
enough money to buy his own shop, and he's had his own shop for years. Buy that racetrack.
Well, what?
He has at least a $500,000 drag racer in his shop,
Yeah.
and his other one's probably about a $200,000 car.
No way.
He's got a
You're
plane.
going to that racetrack.
He's got a helicopter.
I'll tell you
He's
what,
building
man.
him a he's
That's
building him a
nothing like
new
it, bro.
house.
Listen, bro. I'm all about sitting on your ass and making money. Definitely. I won't.
But this guy, though, what he's trying to say is people can make good money off of YouTube.
Oh no, I don't doubt it. You know, listen.
And the
I
thing
may
is
poke fun. Okay, I'll poke fun left and right about this shit. But you know what? Listen, you do what you gotta do to make money. You know?
but see,
You
right.
gotta live it,
And
right?
here's the
That's
thing.
That's what you can
Listen.
do. That's what you need to do.
He's
Listen.
not sitting on his ass.
Okay.
He's actually going out there and doing stuff. Like I said, he's building a house in a big house with a huge ass fucking garage for his airplanes. And
Oh,
everything
Jesus.
he's bought, the house, all his cars, the workshop or the shop, the track, the racetrack. He's co-owning a drag strip. Everything he spends, it's all from YouTube. All of it.
No way.
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's
Now,
awesome.
granted, his
So
family
what
does have money.
Do we follow him and give him more money, or are we supposed to continue what we're doing here and try to make money ourselves? I would love to do this, man. I want to make some money on this. Can we
That's
make money?
well. Think about this, Georgie. What does she make? What is it, about $300 a month right now?
Yep.
Wait, what?
Georgie.
Georgie makes about $300 a month, and she's got a little over.
Okay.
Is she 1,500 yet, or is she still 14?
That's a
Hold on, I'll
freaking
tell you how
month?
much she has right
A
now.
month.
But hold on, you can get more. It depends on how much you're on and how much people like
man.
super chat and all that. But you got to get
No.
monetized.
That the super chat doesn't have anything to do with it.
No,
It's
it's just
the
their
subs.
regular stuff, right?
It's the subs.
How do
It's
you
the
actually
subs.
make
Hold on,
money
I'll tell you.
this?
Hold
know,
on,
we
I'll
could do it, but
I'm trying
It's
to
the
find
subs and the ads.
you know, when I lived in Minnesota,
Georgie
my uncle
has-
used to tell me, dude, if we posted YouTube of all of us and our daily lives, he's like, do you know how many followers and videos we would have of us?
1,000. She has 1,047.
Okay. Okay. So she's a little over 1,400. Okay. Or she's almost 15, but
Yeah, she's almost 1,500.
Yeah.
she literally, I mean, just with the almost 1,500 subs she has, and no, this isn't counting super chat. She's making a little over $300 a month.
Yeah, that's not including what she gets in super chats or like
These guys
memberships and
are
stuff.
Listen,
these guys are doing videos.
Yeah.
They're really not doing many lives like Georgie and Coop are. They're doing videos.
Right.
Okay. Cletus is bigger than one guy I follow, so I know approximately what he's making a month. Cletus is probably pulling $20,000 to $25,000 a month from YouTube revenue. That's just videos. That's not lives.
That's just regular videos because of how
So,
much you make
all right, listen.
watching them.
So I'm not really interested on what other people are making, which is it's a fucking good starting point.
I'm just giving you a concept is what I'm doing.
Listen, I'm not knocking you, dude. I'm
All
not
right.
knocking you. I want you bring up a good point because it's a good starting point to understand. You can actually make money on things,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're not wrong, and that's a good vantage point, and I agree with that. But here's the thing, so what do you think we could do when we start a YouTube video on hey, check out a day in our life, just check out everyday
Well,
life,
look at Jeremy.
say hey, hey, this is Redneck
you never know.
Talkin with Jen Thunder and her unsignificant other.
You never know.
How much money can you guys make?
You never know, Robert, until you actually do it.
So let's do it. Why not? What do you guys think?
You got the channel.
I'm stupid
That's what me and him
enough.
are trying to do.
Listen, I ain't that fucking smart. So we'll figure
We'll
it
talk
out.
about it.
You don't gotta be that smart to run a YouTube channel.
No, you don't.
There you go. Well, no, I need somebody
don't
that
have to.
knows
Look at
how
some
to
people we
operate a
know.
computer.
You know some
That's
people
about
we
it.
know.
I just
But
need
all right,
somebody
Nick,
who
we've
can
already
operate
been
a
on 3.5
computer.
hours.
I know, hon. But
But I think that would be a fucking, an interesting point
We'll
of view.
discuss it.
we'll have a conversation off here.
Yes.
I can always call you on Discord on DM. We can talk about it.
All right.
Not tonight, but
Yeah, not tonight, but one day this week or whenever us three will sit down up in here
All right.
and talk.
Okay. All right.
because this could be interesting,
This could be very interesting.
Oh,
and
buddy,
especially
you have no effing idea how interesting
and
this is.
especially if I get back east, it could be real interesting.
Yeah,
All right,
it
because I'll
could. If
travel
he comes
just
back
about
this
every-
way. If he comes back our way.
This way,
Because he's out in
All right,
Arizona.
so what is that supposed to mean, man? Do I gotta fucking
We'll
beat
talk
you
about
up?
it after.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm literally just messing around.
All right.
All right,
Don't
y'all.
beat me
For the
All right.
up.
two people
We'll
that's in
talk
here,
more about it.
No, do you have any followers? You got
Oh, God.
Shit.
for the two people that's still in here, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank
Oh,
you for
shit.
sticking
This
with
has
us
been
through
an
this
off the
whole
wall.
shenanigans
No,
tonight.
you guys got 2 people.
No, we got a
Oh.
little enough. All right, go so we can get
man.
off.
This has been all crazy. But y'all,
The
thanks for
last
watching.
hour has been
Thanks for
nice.
sticking around with me and
I'm
Jet
sorry,
Thunder and
Jesus.
Mr. Jet Thunder. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Love one another. Be good to each other. Also, as always, y'all be blessed. Redneck out.
Out.
Oh, wait a minute. This is. Come on.
Yeah. Rolling now past the county line, midnight air and a jug of shine. Chrome pipes rumble, thunder roars, big black Dodge kicking down back doors. Tail lights fading in the dust and pine. Sheriff's coming, but he's way behind. Gas pedal heavy, heartbeats loud. Moonshine running right and proud. In my big black Dodge, I own the night. Burning rubber in the pale moonlight. Bootleg dreams and rebels' calls. Ain't no catching this old outlaw's claws. River fog rolls and the creek runs high. Hiding jugs where the gators lie. Tires spin dirt, flying like sin. Whiskey's worth the chase again. Tail lights fading in the dust and pine. Sheriff's coming, but he's way behind. Gas pedal heavy, heartbeats loud. Moonshine running right and proud. In my big black Dodge, I own the night. Burning rubber in the pale moonlight. Bootleg dreams and rebels' calls. Ain't no catching this old outlaw's claws. Blue lights flash, but they fade to black. Ain't no chains ever hold me back. Boots on the pedal, hands on the wheel. This kind of freedom is all